Sudat. The only one not here. He was the first one here too.
Sudat, who dat?
Yeah, that week-long shutdown in Texas last year was crazy.
Yeah, the 4 days they made you wear a mask too after it.
Yeah.
Man, the freedoms were really infringed that week, man. It was
Oh,
terrible.
so many freedoms were taken.
Yeah, it was like.
Damn you, Sudat. I'm ready to start.
We got our guns out and everything.
Yeah.
What is he like? Not sure, guys.
Hold on, let me get ice real quick. Be right back.
Yep. Was there anything else that we talked about flavoring, Larkin? I think you flavored yourself with everything else you picked, right? Yeah, you did.
I think so.
I need to go to B-Man's, and I need to add healing hands. Oh, I did already. Beautiful.
Oh, this is The Sims. This is like the building or the shopping one.
How do I get to change my name? Like in the
Top
bottom?
Top right corner, you see the gear?
Yeah.
Just click that. I'll go have you guys do some more things in there too, but I was waiting, so I only had to do it once.
Nice.
Are you streaming, B-Man? Oh wait, I think I gave you your sub yesterday. I actually remember to do it. It's been like almost a month without being subbed.
Oh, I was gonna do the dancing lights, be like little lightning bolts.
Yeah, but that's just, that name doesn't
That's
need to
just
change
looks.
to reflect it, yeah. I think it even says in there whatever color you want. If you actually look
Sweet.
at it.
Yeah, we live.
It's my mic have background noise.
I'm gonna
Not
go
really,
call
no.
Sudat.
Not really. Okay.
No, it doesn't. I'm gonna call Sudat. I'll be right back. On Discord, I don't have his actual one.
I didn't hear any feedback really.
I just don't want another squeaky laundry situation.
Yeah.
God, you get to be Discord friends.
I set the mood. Lights are out. But this Sims is not setting the mood, man. This shit is straight out of Sims.
Right?
Larkin, do you play much Sims?
When it first came out, I played a ton.
I may or may not have a copy of the every single Sims 4 expansion plus the game.
I think I have Sims 4 somewhere.
You want a copy of it with
I'm
everything
pretty sure
in it?
I have it. No, I think I've already bought it. I missed
SimCity
the
2.
But you know it has like
Oh.
40 DLCs, right? And they're all like $20 or more.
Like the original with the tutorial with Bob. It was amazing.
True.
Here's
Oh, and More Timer? That guy got around.
fucking Sudat.
Fucking Sudat. Has he talked in a while?
No. He was here earlier and he was talking with me and Dash. And then he's not doing anything. It seemed like the middle of the league game or something. Hmm.
Click my stream, see if you can read anything on it. See if you can make out my my stat sheet. I just turned my starting thing into a little DnD thing.
Oh, that's cool. Hold on. There's a lot of people streaming right now. Holy shit.
I could make like a better design for the background, like a, you know.
Can you invert it? Maybe it'd be better.
What do you mean? Oh, the
Have it
text
white.
and stuff.
And then the text black, yeah.
I can
You
I
see
can
some of
remove
the bigger
this.
words. take it out of dark mode or whatever.
Yeah. Oh god, it's
Yeah,
so
that's
white.
that's just as hard to see. Hold on, let me make sure my settings are all the way up on yours. Yeah, it's source. Let me make it not on this screen though. Yeah, it's a little tough to see.
Oof.
And if you have multiple screens, Larkin and Ski, you can have the little top left, the little two little box things. That's to have it pop out.
I can do some shit like that.
I do have another monitor. I should turn that on.
Wait, you can make something pop out? How you do that?
Yeah. So if you go to your character sheet, man,
Yeah.
top left, you see the little right next to your name. There's like the two little square boxes. If you click that, it turns it into a pop out. You can do that with anything too, even your roll bars and everything. Hold on, let me go to your.
Does it still roll if you click it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's way better. I like that.
Oh yeah, this is nice.
Where's the roll bar at?
So I'll go over that with you. I'm waiting for Sudat. Sudat's about to be back. He just whispered me. He just got back.
Okay.
When he gets in here, I'll go over all the rolls and stuff because I know people are new to Roll20. I went over it a little bit with Larkin to practice, and I think I got everything. But instead of having to do it 4 individual times, I know Dash and B-Man know the Roll20 stuff. And so you can do that not only with that, B-Man, but you can have your roll, like the roll stuff pop out. You do that by when you go to like the roll window where it's like the roll one. Wait. Yeah, you just double click any of those. So if you want like the compendium to open up, or you want that roll window, so like instead of having to go back and forth, you can keep your compendium there and then go to the roll. You can just double click the roll window.
I'm trying to do too many things at once. I can't. I didn't hear anything you just said. Hold on.
Well, that's good. Oh, I see you have the whole thing opened up. You don't need to have another one open up. Just on your main one, B-Man, on the main game. Go to your
No, I know. I'm capturing it 2 different times.
Capture. I gotcha.
But it's not fucking showing up right. Because it's not in its own window. It's in a pop out, so my fucking thing's not picking it up. Oh, there it is. Gotcha, motherfucker. Now you go like that.
A family emergency or something, so I guess he's not gonna be here. Oh.
Damn. Oh, and it makes the numbers actually show up a little better.
There's your support.
Do we need to postpone?
Nah, he said start.
No, he can always meet up with us.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
It's
Or
more likely
however-
to find a bard in the tavern anyway.
Ah, true. Yeah, we'll just, we'll run into him. Alright, in the roll window, the roll thing, the dice, where's the dice at?
So, like that's just clicking your thing, but to see where your rolls and stuff go, that's the chat bubble on the right on the action bar. You do the chat bubble. If you just double click that chat bubble that you just clicked, you double click it.
I'm double clicking it?
It should do a pop out. No, the chat bubble itself that you just click to switch over to the chat.
I see. Oh, so that just pops that out.
Yeah, and you can have a bunch of them as pop outs, which can make it easier, even
that one I like right there, kind of.
for like a character sheet or something like that. It's nice to put over. I don't use the roll one. I leave it next to it because you can make the map full screen. B-Man, take the thing on the right.
Yeah, well, I want the chat. I need the chat.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. And make the chat the pop out on the right.
No, I like I had my character sheet too.
Yeah. I see now. All right.
Okay, now my fucking chat's gone. What the fuck?
Top right. There's a little. You might have popped it out. Sometimes you fuck it up. You might have to refresh. I lose things sometimes because you can minimize the pop outs on the map itself.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, so first, top right. Click the gear. Go to the bottom. And the very last thing you should pretty much see is player avatar size. Change that to small. That will make those little faces not take up as much of the map, so you can actually see what's happening.
Oh, small
you
avatar
want-
sizes?
Yeah, small. Or you can do none, but it's nice when people, for reference of who's who, at least early on. And the small doesn't take up too much. At
There
the
we
top of this, if you want, you guys already all changed your name, but there's also the enable 3D dice and automatically roll 3D dice. If you click both of those, whenever you click one of your rolls, it'll actually have like dice roll across your screen.
Yeah, I need that.
Yep.
So what's automatically roll 3D dice? What is that?
You click both. Enable 3D dice, you have to click it, and then it's just a separate thing. Just click
Oh.
both of them. It makes it easier.
Alright.
And that'll make it so that whenever you do your rolls, you'll see dice on your screen. And that's for all of the dice. I think it even shows other people's rolls as well.
Did you just get a nat 1? I
Things
guess
looking
you got
good.
it out of your system.
Got it out of the way.
Okay.
No,
Oh.
wait.
Okay, cool.
No, you just rolled a 1 there, just a 1.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. I don't know why that didn't roll. Maybe because of the dash.
yeah, it's because
Or-
it ignored everything past the D. Or past
Yeah.
the 1.
Okay, yeah.
There
Okay,
you go.
cool.
Oh, wait, no, he still
So,
did
but most of
1d20
the
again, but
time,
he rolled a
if
1.
you click something on your sheet itself instead of just rolling a d20, like if you click your initiative, it'll roll and you'll still see the dice on your screen.
Ooh, you can change your color.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I haven't messed with that
Cool.
that much yet. Because they've really updated that. That was a
I need to
big
be
beta
red?
when I first played.
I need to be red. How do I fix this? Larkin, help.
Oh, nice.
Tap on the color and you can pick a color.
What color?
Under your little picture on the map. your
Nice.
avatar.
I need to be red.
Okay. So now, as far as this chat window that we're in, as you guys finish your dice up, just a little overview is the first one is the chat, the bubbles. We all went over that. The next National 20, nice. The next one is the journal. That is where you'll find your characters. You can look at other people's characters' pictures, and you can see maybe any magic items you have will be in there as well. The next one is a compendium. That is like all of the books put together. You can type stuff in like rogue and look at the whole rogue class build. You can type in certain spells. If you hear, oh, there's this invisibility effect, or hey, you're stunned. Well, what does stunned actually mean? You can just literally type in stunned. You can look condition stunned. You can click on it and it'll pop up and give you a description, or things like, oh, he used power word stun. Okay, let me click that. It'll do it. But if you click like rogue, it'll literally give you the 1 to 20 build thing for rogue, so you can see the whole thing or whatever class. So that's your compendium. That's a book that's very helpful. And then the settings that we just went over is the last one. There. So that's that. Now, the other thing I'm always hesitant to show you this, but it's a very important tool, is if you look at the left side. Right now, you're on the left top. You have the little menu there. You have your mouse there. That's what you're on right now. That just lets you move around. The important one is if you look down, you'll see the one that's like a circle and it has like almost something poking in it or something like that, like a little comb or something. If you click that, that's a ruler. And that will let you know distance on a map.
How do I delete
So
this?
if you wanted to see, so once you click that, yep, you can see, and everybody will see what you're measuring. And you can see this is a map, so it's more of miles instead of, inches.
I'm trying to delete it. Help. How do I get this off? Okay.
You can also draw, so if you do need to like say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna like bomb like right here, you can do something like that.
I need the measuring stick. How the fuck I do
That's
that?
the circle with the line, the
Got
like
it.
thing going in it. You click that one, snap to center, and that will let you know. So if you were to say, hey, we want to travel to like the end of this river from our place, how far is that? You can, measure. You can also, wait. I don't remember what key it is. Hold on. If you need to measure about how long a trip actually might take, you can right mouse click on the way they changed it, and it will, and it'll let you do things like that. So if you need to move, more.
Oh yeah, you can do right click and
especially-
then turn.
And this is mostly for, hey, like in a battle fight, hey, I'm gonna go from, here. Here's my 2 squares, and then I'm gonna go this way, and then right there, and then boom, fighting. Or yes, you can draw penises.
Nice.
You know who it is,
That's
so
my favorite.
um, so those are the big ones on there. And then remember, go back to your mouse to click on your mouse. The draw, the mouse, and the snap to, and the ruler are very helpful tools for that. You'll also see the die underneath it. If you need to roll any dice or any number of dice, you can see I can quickly roll 4d8 just by going to the d8 things and clicking the 4d8 at once. Or as you guys saw, I can go /R. Let me do it like this. I can do something. Whoops, it won't even let me see that. I think if I do it like this.
What's fudge?
Like that. So if you do the /R and then 4d8, that will roll 8 of them or whatever. All right. So with some of those things, and I know you guys will have more questions as we go. Okay, and then also go to your sheets as well. If you go to your actual character sheet, you can see on there, for those of you that are new here, just go ahead and mouse over Insight, and go ahead and click on the word Insight. Everybody should click on the word Insight, yeah.
Character sheet, Insight.
Yeah.
I remember where it's at.
You know how to do this, B-Man. It's not as big. It's more for the... Well, it was for Sudat as well, but for Ski and Larkin. So that's how you can see how you'll roll an Insight check. And now on there, if in the middle, if you look, Ski, because she saw this, she heard this already. If you look under like the attacks and spellcasting in the middle,
yeah,
you'll see like your longbow. You can go ahead and click on your longbow there. What your attack? So in the middle of your sheet. Yep.
Gotcha. I see it. Yep. On one.
Under attacks. Yep. So then if I said a 15 hit, right? So that you can see you rolled a 15. It's a 9 plus your 4 dexterity plus your 2 proficiency. You got a 15. Underneath that, it says the word longbow. If I said that hit, go ahead and roll damage. You would click the word longbow in the actual chat itself. No, the word longbow in the chat.
Oh.
Right underneath where the hit was, and that will roll the damage. Once you get Hunter's Mark, I will help you with that. Dash, you already know how to do the sneak attack modifier stuff, so you're good with that. It's the same for him, he just doesn't need it yet. So that's the damage stuff on there. That's how you would do your damage. That's how you would roll any of your stuff. Once you get spells and stuff, Ski will go more into that. Larkin, I showed you spells. You saw where they keep the tallies, how it has the 2 sheets. Other than that, that should be the majority of the big questions. You'll still have little questions. Feel free to stop me at any time and ask, but that's the big ones as far as playing on this platform goes. I know a lot of people are newer here. With that being said, any last requests? Do people want to maybe get a quick juicer in before we start and sit and we open up our story?
Fuck it, dude.
I'm
Let's
ready.
go.
I'm gonna juice.
Yeah, I'm a juicer.
Yeah, I'm gonna juice. In honor of Sudat.
Why?
Hopefully he's okay. He said he's good. Just something came up where he had to leave. Family emergency. But
get those IRL buffs in.
Get those IRL buffs in. Smoke your cigarettes, grab your sodas, snacks, waters, beers, whatever you're fancy.
Pick your poison.
All right. Is everyone ready?
I'm ready.
Ready?
Dash.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Our story is gonna open with 6 on his. Is gonna open in. Wow, the music changed. That kind of freaked me out right there. So it's gonna open on a sunny meadow, beautiful, filled with grass, trees lining the outskirts, mountains in the background. It seems to be early morning as the sun shines down on what appears to be 6 shaded figures standing around a grave. At the head of the grave is a very beautiful marble statue that marks this as a very important person. Fade to black. So,
Okay.
our story starts with our 5, where
No.
Sudat will be here, but he will be missing. Our 5 would-be heroes. I don't think any of them have any acquaintance with each other, all being accepted to train with the great Ilaria Faywing. Ilaria Faywing is known throughout the Kingdom of Skylark as the Master. The old elf woman's skill in magic, combat, and survival are legendary. She's trained Marigold the Brave, who slew the infamous Great Blue Dragon Varaxis, and Glutton Buttertree, who closed the demon portal of Nargoth, and so many other famous heroes. Of all of the treasure seekers, mercenaries, do-gooders that come across her doorstep begging for her wisdom, it was you 5 who were selected to train with Ilaria.
Nice.
Let me get.
I mean, what an honor it is to serve for Ilaria Fatewing, my queen.
There it is. Welcome to Parabor, a frontier village of diverse miners and adventurers. This community's economy is fueled by the silver in the Karagon Ranges, mithril in the Icebound Peaks, and explorers like you who would scout the Miriam Vale for treasure and knowledge. The Karagon Ranges cuts Parabor and the Miriam Vale off from the rest of the Kingdom of Skylark, where King Razel Foreth II rules a prosperous civilization. While the small village falls under his domain, he largely ignores it. Its operations are in the hands of governess Judith Seagarten, who keeps a small guard and can raise a large militia if any trouble comes to town. She lets the villagers keep to themselves, coming around only once a year with her guards to collect taxes. The dangerous jobs and remote location of Parabor attract more than miners and adventurers. Plenty of people running from something, be it a law, a shady past, or an angry ex-lover, come to Parabor for refuge from their previous life. This is a village where people ask where you're going, not where you came from. As you arrive to Ilaria's door, each one of you at your different times, you're greeted by a very tall elf woman. A bright blue gem sits on her forehead as she stands at the door. The green eyes matching almost exactly this gem. While you know she has to be more than 600 years old from the people that you've heard she's trained and the stories you've heard of her from your previous life, she still looks young, lithe, and beautiful. As you come to the door, she looks at each one of you individually and asks you a question. What brings you here to my door to start your life of adventure?
I speak up first.
Uh-huh.
Say I'm here to meet with Ilaria Faywing.
That's her at the door?
Shit.
Yeah, that's me. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Anyone else say anything?
So we're here to serve her, right? She's our queen, right?
She's essentially
She summoned us, right?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
so she's known throughout the lands, not just here, like throughout the whole Sword Coast, which is where our adventure will be taking place. Known throughout the whole Sword Course and really that whole entire world that as one of the most legendary trainers ever. Like she's the only face on the Mount Rushmore when you're talking about people. Yeah, there's some people who might train a handful of great wizards, or some people who might train a handful of, oh yeah, there was these really good thieves guild, and there was this guy who was there for 100 years who this lady for 600 years has been churning out world-renowned adventurers over and over and over again. And she decided that the 5 of you were going to be her next class, essentially. She doesn't do classes very often. Maybe it'll go 2 dozen years between her actually bringing people in. It's actually been near 2 dozen years since she's actually had a class. So, and maybe some of as long as your life. So I don't know how old some of your characters are, but 25 years is as old as some of you might be, or close to it. She hasn't even trained another class of adventurers, and she has decided she's bringing in another class, and it's the 5 of you. As you arrive to her doorstep, and she looks at you, and she welcomes you into her house, and she asks you, what made you accept this? Why did you accept? And that's why she says the Masters. Why did you? Because that is her nickname. You would know that. That's what people refer to her as. And when they call her Master, it's not a term of submission at all. It is a term of endearment. People choose to call her that because of how well and how much she's done. The people in this village, she makes sure they have food. If there's a crazy winter, she's making sure nobody's dying of cold. She's taking care of this. She's become almost like the mother of the land. People say that wantingly, not because of them being forced to call her the Master. And the Master has decided, you guys. She wants to know, why do you want to adventure? What brings you here? What gives your character the motivation to actually say, yes, I'm down to train with you? It could just be what you've heard of her. It could be a personal story in your life. It could just be the want for gold. But what is it that drives your character? As she asks you in the door, she asks you one thing. And what is that? How would you guys... I would like to hear each of your answers.
So pretty much the only reason I'm here is because, through the various, deeds I helped out the villagers out, and it wasn't really was ever anything selfless. Is always something this for that type of thing.
I'm not prepared for
they
this.
recommended me to accept this invitation more than I wanted to, so this is something that I'm still kind of seeing out.
I need to do something with my life. All of my life, I've been doing the mundane. I have these powers. I need to do something. I don't want to be a tradeswoman. I want to be something better.
I have really gotten myself into some trouble, and it's left me on the streets, and I'm ready to train and be able to protect myself.
D-Man? You can think about it for a second. As you see B-Man, to you guys, this paladin, describe yourself, B-Man. Maybe it'll help you shake the creative juices a little bit too. Describe what they're seeing right now. Did I lose B-Man?
Yep.
Wait, hello?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, describe your character.
Armor. Very, very, very clean cut. A sword, a shield. Looks very righteous.
So what brings you to her doorstep? What do you think? You see this paladin light. He has a symbol that he linked in Discord on his shield and on his armor. It's emblazoned everywhere. He's, the little clasp on his cloak have that symbol on it. You can tell, if you look at his sword, the little base of his sword has that symbol emblazed in it. You can tell he's repping his gang hard.
Yeah.
I'll relink it in a second here. Maybe you didn't link it to me. You only. Did you send
think
it
I
to
put
me
it-
in here?
I think I put
You
it
want to
in
link it in? Yeah,
The
if you
shield?
can. It's just that symbol that you're using for your for Paylor, and you guys would all be familiar with it. That this is the symbol of Paylor. So this is a guy who is a holy man, who is a holy man and believes in
Is
the
Paylor alive?
Like
Paylor is a god.
we would know
He's
him?
like dead.
So
but
I
you guys
can
would know who
praise. I can.
Paylor is. Paylor is one of the major ones. Most of you, if you came from any, unless you're like Hodon,
I got it. I
never
got it.
into that stuff.
I got it.
I don't
Pay-
know what it is.
Paylor told me. He spoke to me, and told me to meet with Ilaria.
Yeah, and we'll talk
And then-
a little bit about that too, B-Man.
I feel like
Typically,
that's a
lot
good
of this we've
backstory.
seen. Yep.
The most noble of
So-
holy missions.
It sounds. It's funny. I hear. Well, 5 because students. I hear about 4 different answers, but I only actually understand one from all of you. Sounds like you're all here for a new life. And she opens up the door and welcomes you into the house. If you look at right underneath the word Parabor, the big tall house right there, that's actually her house. It's kind of a small mansion. Yep, right where somebody was clicking there. It's kind of like a small little mansion. She invites you guys in. It's very nice. Some of you, Cora will be familiar with the unseen servants that roam the house, consistently keeping the house cleaned up, making you guys food as you need, blah blah blah. Over the next few months, you guys train hard with Ilaria. Each of you in your own specific way, focusing on whether it be the arcane, the physical tracking, trying to hone in on your skills and really become the best adventurer. Some of you are trained in ways you wouldn't expect, and she's taking you and having you. Wait, why is the rogue being taken on a with Cora to train? Why is Jay being taken with Cora to train? Jay's like, I don't get this, as he's thinking, and then after a few minutes he realizes, it's the lesson is there's going to be times when you're under attack by her, by a caster, and you're going to have to change your tactics, and she's giving you training, thinking outside the box stuff you normally wouldn't. And that's the beginning training, but then you really start to hone in, and time goes by. Each of you really focus in on that thing, and weeks go by, and eventually months go by. But during these months, you guys take your food together. You guys train crazily hard. You think for an old lady, this, nope, it's sun up, she's waiting for you already dressed. Sundown, she's putting you, like, you're the first one to bed, and then she goes to bed after you guys, and she's first up again the next morning, and she's training along with you this whole time, whether it be in those ways. But over this time, you really grow to realize that Ilaria is why people really are willing to call her the master without her forcing them to bend the knee. Because while she does train you hard every day, she makes sure every morning and every night she takes meals with you, and she gives you the time of day. While she isn't the most comical of characters, she normally keeps her stern face and those same eyes and that same straight smile. Not a hint of a smile, but that's it. You really grow to become fond of not just her, but each other, as you guys are pretty much day in and day out seeing each other.
Okay.
So
we've all been training. We're in tune. We're in sync.
and now you guys get to know each other. So with that, I want to let you guys give brief descriptions of, you guys don't have a ton of time to be super socialized with each other, but I like to give each of your characters a minute, 2 minute, however long you would like, spotlight to describe, okay, here's what you would see, obviously, kind of like what B-Man started with. You see this really tall, clean-cut individual wearing full armor, shield, sword, fully like decked out, looks like, pretty much like some type of official, whether he is
Like a
an
knight.
official knight or a soldier or something, he looks official. But to go a little more in that, and over the first few 6 months, you realize he's really short tempered or blah, blah, blah. You can go just brief as much as you like, but I'd like to give each of you a spotlight. I'm going to start with B Man because we're going to go a little deeper with him. But B Man, go ahead and you describe the base of your character, but go ahead and over the first 6 months, what would people realize? Maybe whether it's alignments and stuff like that, because being around someone for 6 months, what kind of, whether it's spells they like to cast or weapons they like to use, the things that they would notice over the 6 months being around your character, eating with them, pretty much bedding with them, every day.
Be very very serious. Not a funny guy. Right.
Yeah.
Very
He's a
straight to the
tall
point.
human, right?
Yeah, he's kind of tall, yeah. He's a fucking Chad, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Short temper a little bit. But, not too bad.
Paladin, obviously, if you guys didn't get that from his first description.
Yeah, basically a paladin, knight. Came from, I don't remember my background. Because we didn't really go, but
too deep because you have essentially the next 1 to 3 weeks to write that background fully out, and that's why I'm just asking, what are some of the basic how you play your character? You can just say like you said, whether they're stubborn or they're strong-willed, or like your guy, he's lawful good, so he's always going to be pushing this way.
Yeah, lawful good, stubborn to a fault. Protects his friends, cares about his friends and family. Okay, cares about them a lot.
So B-Man.
Yeah, basically.
This happens, and this is going on. We'll come back to if you have more you want to add to that.
Okay.
But the first night happens, and it was a lot of travel to get here, from wherever you were on the Sword Coast. This is off map what I actually gave you guys. So this is definitely some travel. But you find sleep easy, which is nice because sometimes your character, B-Man, finds it hard to sleep. And as you sleep, a familiar figure walks up to you in your dreams. The figure appears in white light and has almost what appear to be white wings behind it, and looks at you and says, "Good. I'm glad you've taken my advice. Trust me, follow this path for a while. And like we've said, protect your friends and poof advantages." And this same dream occurs every night while this training is happening. Thank you for taking my advice. Like you said, the reason you came here is because Paylor came and talked to you. But this white figure came to you in your sleep and is telling you, follow this path, protect the ones around you. Thank you for taking my advice. Remember to follow this path and protect the ones around you every night for what's months, and it becomes this thing. And it's weird because you always feel cognizant, kind of breaks your sleep up, and it is kind of annoying. And the only way to sate this is to follow it. And you thought, you normally it'll give you advice and you sate it and you don't see it for a while and you sleep through the night good. And it's been bugging you to take this, and you knew it was take this path, and you took this path, and instead of disappearing, it said, "Thanks, I need more from you now." And Paylor is essentially requesting you if this figure. So that's what's happening to you over these first 6 months in your head, at least at night. I don't know if that's something you keep to yourself or share, if anything of that aspect is
I'll
going.
probably keep it to myself.
Okay.
For now.
Again, B-Man, like, how tall's your character? Like 6'2" or something like that?
Yeah.
He's like 6'2", human, buff, really strong looking dude. Very, very charismatic. Like 19. If it was on a scale of 1 to 20, he'd be like a 19 charisma and like an 18 strength. Like, you can tell this dude's buff and charismatic. Like, all the women are like, every time he walks in a room, all the women do look at this guy just because of where he is. Plus, he's prim and proper with his past night training. With that, Ski, let's hear a little bit about your character and what they would learn.
It's come from like a more like humble beginnings. I always try to find work, whether it be hunting or scavenging, things like that, and just kind of just getting by. Those that like wronged me or try to, weasel me out of a deal. That's how I kind of got into more of like the thieving aspect of my background. It's more so I always make sure I collect what's owed to me. As far as like conversation goes, like quick, easy, polite. Nothing too personal or things like that. Just kind of keep it, happy, easy on the surface. Just as things kind of go on.
Wait, Jay, right?
What's that?
Jay, right?
No, Wolfric.
Oh, you're Wolf. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's more so.
This is a half elf ranger, right?
Yeah. And it never really ever really quite fit in most crowds. I just kind of usually keep myself and kind of keep the outskirts of towns mostly. So being in a constant group is new to me. So
A little awkward to start, probably. He uses a bow a lot, right?
yeah. Mostly just from a background of hunting and things like that. So
Jay, you can tell your real name too.
Oh yeah, it's a Jairus. I'm a wood elf. Just about average build, average height. Nothing too crazy. We've had some conversations over the weeks, and you can tell that I'll hold a conversation, but I don't get too personal with any of my details. I'll say some offhanded remarks to some of you specifically, but you can't really tell if I'm being serious or not. And you've noticed when we've been training that I've got a decent skill set, nothing too crazy, kind of like a jack of all trades sort of deal. But for the most part, keep my head down as far as you can tell.
And finally, Cora.
So Cora is human, kind of average height build, kind of greenish eyes with short curly brown hair and a little tan. I'm a sorcerer, so specializing in storm kind of magic.
Human
so,
as well. Yep.
Yeah, human, and specializing in more ice, lightning, thunder, that kind of thing.
Within.
Kind of more chaotic good, very strong-willed, outgoing, but not very patient. Pretty charismatic, I would hope.
Yeah, as a sorcerer. And then you guys also have Sudat, who you guys meet over these 6 months. Excuse me, who's also a half elf. Pretty normal build. You notice, he's pretty charismatic bard. He's Sudat, what you'd expect. But he also, one thing you do that would stand out is his loot that he uses. He seems to cast a lot of spells through that loot, and it seems to be his bread and butter. With that, and it's kind of interesting to see, if none of you have been exposed to bardic magic, with that, our story really begins. Here's our player intro. Over the last half a year, you've learned Alaria Feywing is intense but fair and encouraging. Though the master is over 8 centuries old, her elf blood keeps her thin, lithe, and youthful, which allows her to enforce your rigorous training regimen. You are each learning your different skills in magic, combat, and more, but you all take your meals together every day. One morning, you are sitting at the long dining table enjoying a hot breakfast together. Alaria puts down her porridge, stands up, looking at all of you in the eye with her golden hair framing her green orb eyes. She cracks a smile as she begins speaking. It is time for your first test in real combat. We have a rat infestation in the basement. A giant rat infestation. I managed to get them contained in the larder, but they'll soon eat through all our supplies, and the door itself if you don't go down there to exterminate. Her green eyes twinkle with mischievous delight as she adds, I also seem to have misplaced the key to the larder after locking them in. So you'll have to get through the door and past the barricade I set up before you can get to the rats. She sits back down in her chair, puts a spoonful of porridge to her lips. Before she actually takes the bite, she looks around at all of you staring at her and says, "Well, what are you waiting for?"
I'm gonna jump up. Let's go.
I too jump up, angrily, thinking about the big rats and how they're eating all the food that my people need.
So, your screen should have changed.
It's very
Dark?
dark. It's very
Yeah.
dark.
Yup.
Hold on.
I will do something in a second. We just need to do the most important thing first.
Who's the most shy, Wilfric?
Yeah, Wolfric is. I don't know if Wolfric's shy. He's more just plays that outcast kind of.
Yeah, it's not like shy
But yeah, you
per
can take
se.
that. Yeah.
It's like
He's like
I
a
shy
loner, right? He's like a
conversation,
loner.
but I don't.
Yeah, like a loner.
Yeah, I don't seek out conversation. I just
Yeah.
partake, I guess.
Yeah. So I don't know if he's actually that shy.
Well, I'm gonna grab his
I mean,
arm.
honestly, it
and,
might be
like,
Jay that is actually the most shy of the group as far as, but it's not actually shy. It's just closed. You know.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna go for Jay. I'm gonna loop my arm through Jay's and be like, "Let's go."
Chat.
Of course, I'll go with her.
Chat. Hold on. Let me do this real quick.
I already started
That's
rushing
not a good
towards
song,
the
but we'll
door.
still do
I already started rushing towards the door.
it. Okay. Yep. Well, I'm gonna put you guys in there, and you guys can tell me how you guys get in there.
That music was like, is this King Boss Rat? What is this?
So yeah, B-Man said
I like
he
it.
just charged, right? So B-Man's gonna be right up there.
Yeah, I was
First,
mad.
just gonna-
I'm mad at these
Why
big
won't
ass
it
rats.
let me put you on the map? Let me just refresh real quick. It's not letting me add you guys to the map for some reason.
She said she can't find the key, so I guess I'm trying to
You're still up there. Yeah, we'll come back to you. I'm just
gathering my
okay.
shit.
There we go.
I was gathering my
Yeah, I'm
Well,
gonna
hey,
smash this door. I'm smashing this door.
Charos. Yep, we'll get back to you. There's still.
Okay.
It takes you a second to get down there. It's not the larder isn't far from the kitchen. I mean, from the dining room, but
I am the key.
you two hooked arms. We'll come back to you guys in just a second because you two will be more up here, up out of the room. Ski. You see them just all get up. You're still sitting there as they all disappear. What is your character doing?
just kind of gathering my stuff, a little slowly but surely.
Okay, but gonna head down there.
Yeah, no, I'm heading down. It's just
Okay.
kind of just my
little bit
nature.
behind.
It's like,
I'll
I'm
put you guys up here. So, B-Man's character goes charging. It takes Cora gets up first. Is about to start walking. B-Man takes off. She thinks better and grabs Jay and says, "Come on, Jay, let's go." And locks arms with Jay and follows B-Man down. And Wolfric kind of is like, "Wait a minute, I should actually grab all of my belongings in case something happens." Grabs his pack, puts his pack on, grabs his bow, and then he's a little bit behind you guys. B-Man, you said you're going up and smashing the door, correct?
Yes, with my sword probably, or I'm just gonna
You have your shield
like,
out, or are you
I got my-
just sorting?
what's the best way to bash down? I'm gonna just hit it with my shield. I'm just gonna shield smash, shield slam.
Just roll your action with your sword. We'll just for
D20?
flavor. I mean, flavor. No. Just if you look on your sheet,
Oh yeah.
see the
Longsword.
longsword one hand, but only regular. It's only the first roll because you don't have advantage. Natural 20 on your first attack on this door.
Fuck that door.
You pretty much needed to roll like not a 1. Go ahead and roll damage. Sorry, you wasted your natural 20 on that.
And I just roll it again, right?
You know, on the actual chat on the chat itself, at the bottom underneath where you rolled the natural 20, you'll see you can click longsword one-handed.
Oh yeah.
You shouldn't. What's the +1 for?
Cause I'm a bad motherfucker. I don't know.
The dex or the strength?
Oh. You rolled a D8 with it? What? Wait.
yeah, longsword's the 1d8, right?
Yeah, but it shouldn't be 2 numbers. It should only be 1. I'll figure that out in a second.
It's all my charisma.
Ooh.
I charmed the door.
Yeah.
I'm just taking more damage.
That reminds you of what was it? Happy Gilmore? Where he's like on the intercom. I wanna kiss you all over.
I don't know why it's doing that. I'll come back in a second. Hold on. Yeah, it did it for me too. It's rolling. Oh, it's rolling 2d8 for some reason. Weird. I'll come back to that in a second. So you do 10 damage to this door. I'm pretty sure that smashed the door. Sorry, I closed it trying to fix that. Let me open that back up. Smash open the door. AC 15. 18 hit. Oh. So you smash this door, B-Man, and you put a big crack in the door. And I am going to say, because it's a natural 20, it's you break down this door.
Hell yeah.
Nicely done.
Roll a dexterity save for me.
Okay.
As the door breaks down, I will do this right now. Just the first one is an 18. Okay. As the door breaks down and crumbles in front of you, you hear as the canister falls to the ground, seemingly maybe hanging on the door handle on the other side. You see it bounce on the ground and release this gas. Because you smashed through the door probably with that natural 20, you just flew through the door. It gave you that extra second to take a step back, and you cover your mouth as this big explosion of green gas.
Can I use Gust to blow it away?
Hold on. It is going to be an instantaneous thing. But it essentially, the green stuff falls to the ground right as.
Yeah, it blows up. I back up a little bit, and then it settles, right? Oh
as
shit!
This big green poof of gas, but you're able to hold your breath and not breathe in the poison.
And I do this. I do that.
Well, I'm still remembering.
Can I do that? Back away.
Lighting. As the door breaks down, you can see. You should be able to start seeing inside
Yep.
there. With that, you hear 2 hisses as you see 2 giant rats sitting on the other side of this barricade. With that, I forget how to do this. There it is. Everyone, you have to click on your token first. Make sure you click on your token, then click initiative on your sheet. Don't worry about the second number. That's just a tiebreaker.
Larry really
Click it
has
and
done
then
a
hit
lot
what?
for us, and you come in and you just break her doors.
True. She's
Yeah,
gonna
right.
be pissed.
What am I rolling? A save initiative?
Initiative.
Yeah, normal initiative.
Oh,
Wait.
shit.
How do I do this again?
You did it.
Click
Oh,
on
you
the
didn't. You have to click on your token first, then you have to click initiative.
a token that's on the screen?
Yeah, the one that's at the very top. If you look at, you'll see your character. That's your token.
Yeah.
You have to click
Does
on
it
that.
do anything if I click on it?
What? No, we need to make sure it's highlighted. You should make sure you're on the select mode and not on like the measuring mode,
Yeah.
Oh.
so you can actually highlight your token. So for those of you who haven't done it, if you click your token, you're going to see a couple things pop up. The green one in the middle is how much health you have. The blue one on the right is your armor class. If you go to that green one and you type +5, it will add 5 health, or -2, it'll -2. So if you take 3 damage, you can just go to the green circle and type in -3.
Gotcha.
You might need to move yourself down here to see it.
Yeah, it's
A little better.
Up there.
Yeah, you can see it right
Did-
there.
is
Oh,
she-
I see.
And that you can put those in. Those are your AC and stuff.
I asked Cora to clear up the smoke.
I'm gonna use
green.
Gust.
I say thank you.
I'm trying to remember that. There it is. I'm trying to remember all the shortcut keys right now, so I'm having to look
You're
some
okay.
up as I go.
I'm assuming it's less than 5 pounds.
Can you guys see my rolls?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not supposed to, or what?
I like it. These ones don't matter because it's initiative, but
Can I control the gust of air to push it at the rats?
So I'll just, like I said, I'll describe it all. I just wanted to get this started. So what happens is, as this like puff goes down, it just falls to the ground harmlessly as B-Man doesn't breathe it in. It's not something that's lingering in the air. I'll do that.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, it was just a one-turn thing. So B-Man, you're here. You break down the door. It's the start of combat. Wolfric, you hear this commotion going on down the stairs. That will be normal movement. And this is a place where if you want to pull out the thing, to see where you can move and like you can actually move yourself up to see. I would suggest
Yeah.
moving yourself like 5 or 10 feet at a time, not going like super crazy because it'll mess it up. But
Yeah, y'all were kind of
if
following behind me, right? As I
this
was.
is 15 feet to get you to the top of the
Okay.
stairs.
Yeah. So like I
We'll
was gonna
say, yeah,
say,
we'll say
like
15. Yeah.
I thought like assuming like, oh, they like got the key, whatever else. So it's like when I heard an explosion and hissing sound, I thought
Yeah.
something like blew up down there. So I come around the corner with my bow drawn.
Okay. And that would be 15 feet to right there if you want.
Yeah.
I'm moving.
Yeah.
Yep,
You're good.
right there.
I gotcha.
Yep. Now I'm giving you just to get you on the map because you're actually kind of off the map before that, where the actual barriers are. So that's what you see. You should see some things.
I see a rat right now.
You do, and you see some boxes in front of it. So the rat is probably covered 3/4 of the way. It's going to be tough. You could take a shot at it, especially from up on these stairs.
Yeah. I think more
The rat
so.
at 3/4 cover gets a +5 to his armor class because it's a tougher shot.
All right. I think I'm gonna take a shot because like I'm like
Okay.
amped, right? Because like you just
Which
want to
one?
hear.
So to ping, if you hold left mouse, that'll show you. Okay, perfect. Go ahead and shoot that one.
All right, so I go that one. So yeah, like haul ass around the corner because I heard all this shit, and then all of a sudden I see a rat. I'm like, I'm fucking going for it, dude. So I click longbow, right?
Yep. If that's what you're using, that's what you said you pulled up. So 24 definitely hits, even with the +5 to armor class.
And then I click longbow.
Yep, 8 damage. And so you see Wolfric come around the corner, and B-Man, there's only a small. You can see, nobody else sees it because they're up in the hallway, but you see just the little bit like back of this rat. Like it's a giant rat, but you only see just like the ridge of its back over the edge of the box. And as you like kind of back up and you take place and you're getting ready to charge in, you hear and this arrow flies right by your ear and it clips the top of this rat's back, and you hear this gross sound of cracking as Wolfric snaps the giant rat's spine in half, and you see the thing fall limp dead in front of you.
I nod at Wolfric. I'm like, yeah, nice.
Wolfric, you still have some movement and a bonus action if you have anything to do with
No,
that.
actually, I look at him kind of mad because he shot the arrow next to my head. So I
Yeah.
look at him kind of angry.
So if I still got some movement after that, after I killed that one, I think I'm gonna try to scout up ahead.
Okay.
So the room is obviously pretty dark. So how much more movement do I have?
You have 20. I think you have 35 feet, right? If you look on your sheet, it'll tell you.
I think it's 30.
Maybe
Or
30. I don't remember if half elves are 30 or
Where do
35.
you find movement?
You have 30. Half elves are 30, so you can go. You have 15 more.
Okay, so five. So like three more spots.
Yep.
I'm gonna sneak. It's weird. It's hard to say because like I want to go like right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Or no, 1, 2,
Yep.
and then the diagonal,
Yeah.
right?
That's good. Yep. Then you can go in diagonal.
Okay.
All right. You hear scurrying. As you see another rat. Actually. And Wolfric and B-Man make perception checks for me.
Looking for it.
Let's go with the second number.
Forgot to do that. There's that B-Man there. There's that door B-Man broke.
Nice.
You can still see it, right? The door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. 4, no, you don't see that. Not with the natural one. 17, you notice right here.
Oh, you like click.
You can see that right now.
Yeah, S. Yeah.
That there's actually a hole in the box that
Oh
this
shit.
rat comes scurrying through. It's just wide enough for the rat, so that means it's like 3 foot round. It's a pretty big hole, but it's kind of tough to see because of the way the shadows are and stuff in the room. But it's come sliding through right up to you, and tries to bite you.
Oh yeah.
There's a 13 hit.
AC is.
That's the blue bubble. If you look
I'm
at your
15. AC's 15.
it misses. So this rat comes charging through and lunges at you. But you're able to so this is what you see, B-Man. Wolfric comes up toward over your shoulder, shoots an arrow, kills one, steps in front of you as another rat comes charging to bite you, and he swats it down, making sure it doesn't hit either of you. Dash,
Nice.
It is your turn. You and Cora are at the top of the stairs. Essentially, when you move 5 feet forward, that's what you see.
Okay, so I haven't seen a whole lot. I've heard a lot of noises. So
You were right at the top, but it's like down in a cellar, so you couldn't, the angles and the light made it tough to see. You heard stuff. You saw Wolfric go charging in. You saw Wolfric 100% shoot the arrow because he was at the stairs when he shot the arrow, and then you saw him go charging in after it.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened, but I'm gonna go and I saw him shoot. But let's see, where's this guy? I'm gonna try to just
Yeah, so 20 to there if you're going that way.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get in a spot where I can see what's going on, so I can.
So now you see the rat. This one barely peeking over the box. This one's in open view.
I'm gonna try to climb on the box right up here.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check. It's not very high. It's not a big box, but because you're in combat. Oh yeah, you actually do it with some flourish. You see what Wolfric does, and you guys have been training together for a while, so you go up. Make a perception check for me. Only, so you don't notice this hole here, by the way. Only Wolfric has seen this so far.
Okay.
As a way through, essentially. But Dash, go ahead. It is your turn. It's the rest of your turn.
Okay, let's
It's all your movement.
Is climbing the action?
No, I'm not on that one. It's not. The boxes aren't big enough. As long as your movement speed, as long as you have the movement to get up there, I'm not penalizing you on that. The boxes aren't crazy.
I noticed this little rat here. I think I'm gonna take a little shot at it with the short bow.
This one right here in front of you?
Yep.
So it's within 5 feet. So when you take a ranged attack within 5 feet, you have to take it at disadvantage.
Oh, I thought it was above it.
Nah, you are above it, but you're within 5 feet. It's kind of a weird one. So you could use your dagger or your.
Oh, okay. So I'll just try to stab it with this.
Yeah. So what does it look like as you come charging down the stairs, dodge around, stop for a second and look, and you jump up and go ahead and roll damage on this thing.
Oh, so he's being really stealthy, just trying to sneak around that corner real quick. He dashes to the boxes and gets up on the boxes real quick, and he's gonna quickly see the rat and poke his head over it with a real quick stab. Nothing too committal.
Let's see the
and
damage.
Then ducks back.
Let's see the damage real quick. And dispatches the rat as he goes back. And that's the rest of your movement, so you are still up there. You don't have a bonus action I think you can do right now, correct?
Yeah, I think I'll get there.
So charging from the back of the room, you see this rat charge, and it rears up its head and kind of hisses, looking at you, Dash, and looking over at the other rat attacking Wolfric. Cora, 5 feet, that's what you see when you move 5 feet in.
So nothing.
You see people in front of you. You do see a rat in front of Wolfric. You should see that, right?
I just see black.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, because it's
Still
dark.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
dark, and
I
they're all
can't see a
using...
thing.
Yeah, you don't see anything. As you walk down, the lights, there's no lights down here. It's a larder. It's a basement, essentially, where you store your food that's kept nice and cool. The only light you really see is spilling in from the hallway. You can see pretty much to the edge of the hallway, which is a 4x4 thing of light. But, yeah, you can't see anything. What are you doing?
That's a good question.
What are your cantrips?
I can do my cantrip for the dancing lights, but it's gonna use my action, and I
What kind
have
of
to
items do you have?
maintain concentration. I do have a torch.
So take an action to pull out and light.
Yeah. So either way, I gotta take an action.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and.
So this is something I need everybody except for B-Man to make an intelligence check.
Oh, it's a save.
Nope, just a regular check.
There we go.
One more. Just click on the word intelligence on your dash sheet. Yeah. Nothing. Ski.
Yeah.
Only you realize this, but isn't it kind of odd that the human standing behind you isn't having a problem seeing in the dark? Something that your character just dawns on your character mid-fight. You saw him smash the door. You saw him do that. You saw him kill, and he even responded about the kill in the dark. You see it as dim light. You guys see it as dim light, but that's what you're seeing right now. All right, Cora, go ahead. Sorry.
Alright, I'm gonna light a torch because that doesn't need concentration, and then that's
True.
pretty much my turn.
Hold on, let me do this for you.
Do I just click torch?
Wait for it. 30 feet of bright light, right? With the torch?
20 feet.
20 feet. Huh? So we're getting 20 feet of low light, right?
Yeah. There we go.
Hold on, let me get the, see if, I'm learning that they changed this settings around too, so I'm trying to get the low light. Did that give you low light for 40 too? Yeah, it did. Nice. Okay, cool. And you guys all have low light for 60, but not bright light. So you guys are all lucky because I forgot about that. You guys should all be attacking with disadvantage.
Oh.
Now she lights it up. Now you don't have to worry about that anymore because there is light spilling off of Cora. As you guys, it brightens up behind you.
Even with dark vision, you attack with the.
In dim light, you attack with disadvantage.
Gotcha.
Might not be with melee. It might only be for range. I'll have to double check that. It might have only been for your shot.
Gotcha.
The other ones might not. But for this fight, we're not going to do that. Giant rat. And rears up. You see this rat charging at you guys as well. B-Man, it is your turn.
And this rat is charging at us right now?
There's one rat right here. And you see a rat here, and you see a rat here.
I move up into the room, first off.
You
I
probably see this rat now, too.
Whichever rat is closest, I just immediately slash it. Just aim for it and just swing. And try to kill it. And so
that guy right there?
Yeah, so I move in front of Wolfert.
Well, there's a guy right there. There's a guy standing right here. See him?
I think you can attack right there too, right?
You can't stand on top of. It's a giant rat. You can't share the square.
Oh, he's right. Well, I don't really see an icon. I don't.
You don't see it
now
right
I see it. Oh, it's very light. It's very.
Yeah, it is. The color's really bad on it. I agree with you 100%. It's very hard.
Right, so I can just attack from right here then, right? I can just...
Yeah, you block the doorway when you move there, so that'll be.
Oh, never mind. Let me.
No, but you can attack from there and then move, or move first.
Maybe I just run up right here to not hit Wolfert.
Because this is newer to that. If you were to jump up on this box, it would take an acrobatics check. If you're standing exactly across from someone on a target, that's called flanking. If you flank,
but I know there's still other rats, and then I'll have my back turned to them. I don't want.
Well, you can turn around after you swing too. If you attack like this, you get advantage on your attack.
Okay, all right. I just from here I run up, I jump onto the box, and I attack.
Make an acrobatics check for me. It's a very low check.
Look, acrobat.
12, yeah, you're good. You get up there, no
Hell
problem.
yeah.
You see him just run, skip, jump up on the box. He turns around between the rat, and the rat is fully focused on you, Ski, on you, Wolfric. You've kind of drawn the rat's attention as B-Man comes down with his sword, and...
I hit him with the...
Yep. 13 with advantage. You rolled 2 13s. That's funny. Oh, that's why. 13 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
You are able to come down. So he runs, jumps up on this box, gets up on the box, and you see him just take this dagger and right through the back of the head, and it lands off.
I don't have a dagger. It's not a dagger.
I mean, his sword, his long
Okay,
sword,
okay.
and he takes the long sword and it goes right through the back of the rat's neck, out its mouth, but the sword lands awfully close between your two legs, Wolfric, as he kind of, a little tit for tat maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
That close.
Fair is fair.
One more rat comes running up, and it's going to take a bite at you. Dash.
AC 15.
15 to hit.
Oh,
It's
no,
gonna be
it
4
got turned
damage.
back around to face all the other rats.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I'm
don't
facing-
have to worry about forward back stuff as much. It's the only flanking happens when characters are on an opposite side. We're not
Okay.
playing the
Okay.
which way you're looking rule. Yep.
Okay.
So 4 damage. You see this rat come up, and it takes a giant chunk out of Dash's left arm. Like you see the thing come up, and he stabbed the other one with his right arm. The other one comes up and goes and just grabs onto his left arm. He shakes it off, and as it does, you just see blood dripping down his arm. Wolfric, it is your turn.
I'm gonna run. So if it's diagonal like this, is that 15, or is
Yeah.
this only 10? I mean,
That's 15. That's 15. If you're ever go back, if you ever want to see how far you have to go,
okay, gotcha.
just pull out this and measure, and it will tell you exactly if you ever have that question. But yes, I get why you're saying it. Yeah, it's 10 because it's just 2 diagonals. 10. You don't have to. I know there's one where I know some people play every other diagonal. You have to add 5 feet. No. Who cares? You can run in a diagonal in real life.
Yeah, right. So I'm gonna,
Is that
I'm
doing
gonna
a red ping?
I'm gonna jump on the net box
It
next
should
to
be.
him.
It should be whatever color you choose. That's what it should.
Yeah,
color
if
thing.
you just left click and hold, then it does it. It's not like a double click.
Oh, okay.
So, yep. And those are the 2 things to think, Ski. If you're shooting someone up close, it's disadvantage, or if you're going to try to melee, trying to get in a position without killing yourself behind something is also a good way.
Yeah.
But if you're like going here or here to shoot, or if you're going here to stab this guy, remember that
Jesus,
you would
it's
want to
fucking
stab the guy
epic, dude.
close.
Would I be hitting disadvantage for my range shot then now?
If you go next to him, if you go here and you shoot this one, yes. If you go here and shoot this one, no, because you're more than 1 box away.
Okay. I'm gonna go up melee because he just got hit, so I'll make sure that I get up close. And, So I'm gonna hit him with both my short sword
You're
and
going
dagger.
to drop your bow to pull out your weapons. You have a tough decision to make here.
Oh, true.
Because if you want to actually stow your weapon, you can stow or draw a weapon once per turn for free. So if you stow your bow, you can't draw your weapons.
Gotcha.
If you want to just drop your bow, that's okay. And pull out a weapon, you can. You cannot
Gotcha.
pull out 2 weapons. However, you have a bonus action, and you can say, it's not really in the rules, but hey, can I use my bonus action to put my bow away? Or can I use I'm going to drop my bow. I'm going to pull out my weapon with my free action. Can I use my bonus action to pull out my second weapon? Or does that mean I just stay back and shoot, kind of thing?
Yeah. So
You'll-
how does it happen here? So even if I just put down the bow and just even like offhand, just dagger,
If you just want to pull out a weapon, if you want to pull out like a dagger or your rapier or whatever,
yeah.
you have to decide to drop your bow. Your bow is a 2-handed weapon. You need both your hands for that bow. You either put it away or you don't. So you can stow that for free, or you can just drop it and pull out your sword or your dagger. Only one.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's kind of, you're in combat. You don't have a bunch of free actions to pull and swap all these
Right.
weapons every turn. There are some big classes and features that can help with that if that's what you're trying to do, where you're trying to constantly switch back and forth.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so B-Man's on the hole right now. It's covering it up. I'm gonna take one step
You
closer.
don't know. Yeah, you know that hole's there. B-Man doesn't yet because you were blocking the way. And then
So-
you also see right here, there's a hole here as well as you move up because you're Perception
Okay.
check with Ina. Dash, you didn't notice it because you went running and jumping over.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot at this rat from here.
Okay. So if you're not up on the box, remember if you're doing a range attack, it's going to be disadvantage because of the box. Well, it's going to be +5 AC. It's going to be with cover.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you can hop up on the box and shoot the rat. If you hop up on the box in front of you, you can shoot the rats normally, and it won't be any disadvantage or whatever. If that's where you want to go.
Let's go in here.
These boxes are like 3, 4, 5 feet, so you're shooting over the box.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make the shot. I'll be half cover on this one because it'll be a little easier to see it. So you think you got this one again, and you go to shoot your arrow, and it ricochets off the box in front of you and goes flying off into the abyss, into the back of the room. Anything else? One off, by the way.
What's that?
Said one off with the bonus.
Let's
You were
see.
close.
Let's see. Nothing else I can really do. I mean, like as far as like my actions left, like bonus actions.
Yeah, you don't really have anything yet. You're still too low level.
I'm gonna. I think at this point I'm gonna put my bow away though.
Okay, so yeah, you can drop your bow. Yeah, or you can just stow your bow for free since you already did it. Yeah, you can just stow your bow and then next turn pull out a weapon.
All right.
Yep. Dash.
I'm feeling pretty injured. I think I'm gonna jump off these boxes. I'm gonna try to like.
So
try
if
to
you move
hide.
away from this rat, remember it's going to take an opportunity attack on you
Okay, well.
because you're leaving its melee range. You can use your action to disengage if you want,
Yeah, let's do that.
and then that would be your action, and then makes it so they don't attack you, and you can start running away. Yep. You have
Yep.
30 movement, I believe.
Let's go ahead and disengage from this rat and
Mhm.
get off the boxes.
That's what he'll be doing a lot when he gets next 2 levels from now. Next level. Go ahead. You see the hole now where you're standing and kind of backing away. You definitely see that hole in front of you because
Okay.
you see the rat hissing through it on the other side.
Oh, I'm gonna try to move a little further away then.
Yep. Anything else?
See if I can find somewhere to take cover.
If you want to go back in the hallway, you could easily hide from these things. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't
How-
have your action to actually hide,
How hurt-
but you'll at least be
Right.
out of the way.
How hurt are you right now?
He's looking pretty beat up. We'll just say remember
I
what
can't
that-
see like the health bar like I see on
No.
mine.
No, it's just,
Okay.
That's not immersive.
OOC, by the way, that was OOC.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Way to take it OC, bro. Wow.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fail RP -1.
Second character.
That's yeah. No. So when I say they look beat up, that
Right.
means they're around half. If I say they're bloodied, that means they're below half. Is what you'll hear me saying a lot. He
What
can
ab-
give you more descriptors too. Like, man, I'm feeling like about half of my normal self or something like that.
Gotcha. Okay,
You
yeah.
can't be like,
That's better.
Don't be like, on a scale of 1 to 8, I'm a 4. Don't do that shit. It's like randomly if it's not a big combat or something. But in real combat, like that breaks immersion a little more. So like you can give the clues. Things like pretty beat up means anywhere from 3/4 to half. Bloodied means I'm probably half to a quarter. And then you could say I'm about to fucking die. You probably know what that means too. So yeah, but he's looking pretty beat up, maybe almost bloodied, right in that range. About half of his normal self.
But not he's not disabled at all from getting bit, right?
He was able to get out and use his turn to run away. And with that, this rat right here sees you, B-Man, and you were the only target in front of it. As you were looking nice
I'm
and
ready.
juicy,
I'm
but
ready.
you were covered in metal. Does it not
Yeah.
roll? There we go.
There it goes.
15 to hit. Not even close.
Not even close.
What's-
And it comes up and you just see it just chomp, and he just pulls his shield up, and it just bounces off his shield, landing right back in front of him. Cora,
And then
you can see.
I don't get to
Oh, wait.
retaliate
Yeah.
right there, or no,
No.
we go to. We should have went
Yeah,
to her first, right? Or no?
Yeah, it's Cora's turn, and
Because-
then it'll be another rat, and then your turn, B-Man. It's not your turn yet.
Okay, right. Because he
Yeah, you-
moved, and then the rat moved,
Yeah.
and then okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. Some of the rats have died in between too, so it makes it look a little.
If I
Right.
try to hit any of them, though, everybody's in the way. So I'm probably
It
gonna-
depends on what you're hitting with. If you're doing a targeted spell, yes, but some not targeted spells might be okay. And depending
What if
on
I'm
what
a
you're
conduit? Can I be a
what it
conduit for
says,
her
like,
attack?
some of them are there, and you can also you have movement too. You can try to move in and get a
Yeah.
better angle,
Oh
moving
yeah,
in
she's
and
got
around the
movement.
corner or
Yeah.
She's got full movement.
I think
Mhm.
I can do Ice Knife though, because that's fling it at one creature.
hmm Is it an attack roll or a saving throw? That's the easiest way to know. You have everything opened.
Spell attack.
So that means you're like targeting them, like almost shooting a bolt at them. So they would get a bonus to their
Oh.
armor class essentially if
So
you
I
shoot at them.
can do chaos spell.
You can, but just like a ski made the attack, and he made two attacks. One of them that had +5 armor where he hit him. One of them they got +2 armor. That's half and 3/4 cover. Right now they'd have 3/4 covers, the one you see, because you'd be shooting around your friends, you'd be shooting around boxes, and you're only going to see a small portion. But if you want to move forward, you can get to where you have a better view of them. Right now, you probably can't even see them. But like if you were to move
Yeah.
here, yeah, 3/4 cover. If maybe you were to move all the way in the room, then yeah, you could easily see this guy right here, kind of thing. So those are.
I'm gonna just move next to Wolfric.
Mhm. And you just move your character. Yep. Nice. So yeah, you have a pretty good view of some rats here. This is a little impeded on target attacks because they're going to be tough to see. But go ahead and make a perception check. Oh hey. You notice this big hole and this big hole in the box, and you can kind of see this rat and this rat through it.
I can see the rat like through the hole.
Yeah, she can see the rats through the hole because it's like they're big holes.
Okay. How do you do that circle thing on the map?
To measure or to like see size? What
That
are you trying to do?
Just
Oh,
left
hold
click.
left mouse. Yeah, left click.
Yeah, left click and hold.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to say, yeah, I'm going to shoot this guy kind of thing.
Okay. I'm gonna target this one.
Oh, within 10 feet. Do you see this? You need
Yeah.
something within 10 feet, right? Is that what you're looking for?
No, it's 120 feet.
Oh,
I'm
you're
using Chaos
using
Bolt.
Chaos Bolt. Oh, okay, cool. So let's get a little flavor. What does it look like when you cast this spell? What does it look like when you cast spells in general? And what does it look
Alright.
like when you cast this spell?
I'm just gonna slam my hands out. I'd like to see what I get first, as far as what the spell looks
Yep.
like before I say the verbal.
Go ahead and roll a d8. I don't know if when you click this spell, I think it just rolls the damage. I think the type. Oh, actually, if you. Hold on.
Well, I have to roll a hit first, right?
Yeah, you have to roll a hit first. Hold on, sorry, I was gonna do this real quick.
Oh, okay.
There you go, you can take it back.
So I just do the attack.
Yep.
Oh man.
A 25 definitely hits.
Okay, let me see what I get.
Same number, same number. Aww. Do you read the part about what happens if you roll duplicates?
That's what I was hoping. That's why I was measuring.
Yeah. So you have fire or force. Force is like thunder type damage. Is like put, thematically probably closer, but you can also choose fire. It is your choice. But you're going to kill this one.
Nice.
I'm gonna use
So what does this
force,
look like? Okay.
and so I'm gonna shove my hands out, like palm out, both hands, and I'm gonna just crumble. And I want the rat to just like collapse in on itself with the force.
Oh yeah, as the force pushes this thing in, you see this thing like get compressed, and underneath it is just this like giant puddle of dark red. As you hear the bones and skin and flesh just getting pushed together.
I look at it and my eyes widen.
That's the first time you've seen Cora use her stuff to physically harm something too. So
Yeah,
you've
and
seen
then
her do it on like
I look
trees
at
and
her,
stuff, but actually
kinda,
seeing it done to a creature
yeah.
is pretty intense as she just crushes the life out of that thing.
I'm just gonna smirk.
Anything else you want to do?
I might back up a little bit. Can I disengage?
You don't have to disengage. It disengages an action, but that's only if something's up next to you, like this. If you were to move
Oh.
away like that, it would get to attack you.
I'll just stay here then.
Okay. So this rat here, B-Man, is also going to come up and try to bite you as well.
Stupid rats.
That doesn't even have a chance unless it's a natural 20. That does 11 hit?
Fuck no. My armor class depends on that, right? Or
Yeah, that's your armor AC.
Yeah,
So they need to
I'm
get
at
a 19 or
19.
above to hit you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's
then,
gonna suck.
can I
Especially as you
retaliate?
start getting into armor. No, but it is your turn, so you can definitely retaliate on one of them if you would like on your turn. You gotta.
Can I swing at both? Or can I swing and
You
try to hit both?
can't. You don't have anything yet. At level 5, you'll be able to do that. You'll be able to hit 2 of them.
All right. I get off the box.
Okay. Are you jumping forward or like?
I
going past
hop.
So if you go that way,
I
they're
hop
both
back.
gonna attack you as you move away.
All right. Fuck that. I jump down. Can I jump down right here?
If you do this one, because you're moving away from it, is gonna take a bite.
All right.
of you.
All right. Fuck that. I'm going
Jump
to.
over him.
If he was, that's what I say. If you wanted to try to jump over him here, because you can easily jump 10 feet with your strength, yeah, then you would stay. They wouldn't be able to bite you.
I jump over
Perfect.
over the rat.
Uh-huh.
Very cleanly. And then I attack it.
Do it.
Here we go.
So, music's a little too epic for this type of fight.
Shit.
A 9 misses, B-Man. As you go, you put most of your energy in the jump over this rat, and you could try to like make it really fancy and come down with the sword. The sword lands in the ground right behind it, but you, like being the Chad that you are, you play it off like that's what you're trying to do. You're using it like landing, and you stand up, you pull the sword out, and you ready yourself for your next turn.
True.
Wolfric, it is your turn.
Trigger B, what up?
So if I put my bow away last turn, is taking out my short sword and dagger 2 separate actions, or is it just like
it's
equipping?
like like the free thing you could only
Trigger,
pull out
dude.
one.
I got like 19 AC, dude.
With the
Nothing
free
can
one.
even.
So you could pull out
Nothing
your
can
sword,
hit me.
and then if you
Unless
wanted
it rolls
to,
like a
use your bonus
19 or a
action
20.
to pull out the dagger, you could do that.
All right, I am gonna.
I would let you do that, but
My armor class there.
If I pull my bow back out, is that fine?
yeah, that's fine.
All right, I'm gonna go here.
Mhm.
I'm gonna crouch
And
down and shoot through the box.
Yep, that definitely works. Yeah, I think that is pretty sure.
I tense up. I tense up.
Yep. And the arrow stops. Like the arrow goes through this thing, kind of like how you stabbed it through the back of the throat and went in. This one goes through the mouth and through the back of the throat, and the momentum like has the rat flip over and carry over, and you see the arrow like flipping, and you see the point of the arrow coming right towards you, right towards your face, and then it like perfectly angles down, going down with the rat's like the back of the rat's head and blood just rubbing down your chest on the way as this thing does a flip, landing into you. Not hurting you at all, but smearing you with blood as this tit for tat of who can one up each other with a kill continues.
I look at him very angrily.
Cash, it is your turn. Do you want to move or anything, Ski?
Uh,
As you one shot another one of these things?
let's see. No, because I have like people behind me that
Okay.
I'm gonna say blocking the hole.
Yep, dash. Or it's showing dashery, but it should be showing. Jay?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump over here by Wolfric and
Mhm.
just hide.
Okay.
Just be ready to do something when I'm needed.
If you're gonna hold an action, I need to know what the action is,
Oh,
and if there is a
I'm
trigger for it.
going to be ready to stab a rat that happens to come out this this
Within
hole.
within your range. Yep.
Yeah, this hole right
Cora.
here.
Your turn.
So I can't see this rat, right?
Which one? This one, yeah, you can see it over the box, but it is definitely obscured. It's going to be a tougher shot to hit than normal without repositioning yourself. And that's the only rat you really see as you scan the room.
I mean, what the fuck are these S's right here?
There's the holes in the boxes.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna actually get on top of the boxes.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check for me. It's not a tough check, don't worry. Yep, you're good. You get up on the box. Easy enough.
Can I get up here?
Wait, there's nobody there, right? Yeah. No, yeah, you're good. You can go there.
And I am going to use Ray of Frost on this rat.
Okay. Go ahead. An 11 misses. As you see her come, you see that same kind of energy, but this time it's all ice forming around her arm, and it shoots off towards the rat, but
I panic.
crashes behind it, and you see ice shards just shatter everywhere, right over the rat's head. With that, the rat moves up and is going to come and try to attack you.
Oh, stupid rat.
Does a 12 hit?
It does.
Shit.
So it takes a chunk, same as this one goes for your leg though, and right out of it lands 2 big teeth right into your calf. You kind of shake it off, and you can feel it rip some skin away as it does 5 damage. So if you just go to the green bubble and you write -5 and enter, it'll do it for you. Even though it's obviously easy.
I get really mad.
It is your turn. You see that?
I'm so mad, dude.
Take a step to the left, B-Man. You're flanking, just because you guys are still new to the combat.
You mean like that?
Nope.
Because
It
he
would
would
be exactly across, diagonal. Yep, just like that.
like that.
Right there. Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
Because then you're
okay.
in a straight line across.
I jump over, and then
Mhm.
I bring my sword down,
Mhm.
just straight onto
Come on, you can
its
do it this
back.
time. I have faith. I have faith. I have
On its
faith.
back, dude. Here we go.
With advantage this time, you get both dice. Actually, do it.
I come down.
There it is.
Boom. God
B-Man.
damn.
So for those of you who are new, when you hear the statement that I'm about to say, it means you finished the combat, you landed the final blow. And what I'm saying is, B-Man, how do you want to do this? What does it look like when you end this combat and slay this
I cut it in half, just like Forged in Fire. You know how they cut the stuff in half sometimes, like clean ones, just like that. Just I cut this thing in half, a little bit diagonally, just like I just cut it in half.
And as he does, maybe on accident, maybe on purpose, he pulls his sword back to sheath it, and this spray of blood goes spraying off right towards Wolfric for some reason. It's probably an accident, like the tit for tat that's been going on. Seems to be a lot of accidents going back and forth, but you two Chads are definitely trying to have a chat off. Let's be real.
Sure.
At that point, combat is over. We're going to take like 5 minutes. You guys go stretch, grab a drink if you want.
Yeah.
We killed all the rats. Woo.
You killed all the rats, and we'll pick up
think.
right at the end of combat. You did. You finished. I took you out of combat. You guys finished all the rats. You guys dispatched them really easily. And be thinking of level 2. I will say that while you have your 5 minutes.
Dope.
Okay.
We gotta fix this door, guys. It just doesn't feel right.
Yes, we definitely.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's see.
time back.
Nice.
Back. You guys ready for some RP?
Yeah. So what's up with the so let's say if we're continuing like combat, right? Or let's say we're continue like exploring shit like that. Arrows. If it's like a clean hit, is it can I retrieve them from the body like after combat's done, or?
I'm not going to track your arrows. They're cheap enough. The quivers are only a gold. You can buy 3 quivers just to start and have 60 arrows with you at all times. The only arrows I want you to worry about tracking are... We can do the basic tracking early, but like within a level or two, you guys are going to have things like bags of holding, or you'll get to find an endless quiver somewhere for a few hundred gold, and you'll get that, and then you'll just have like, oh, I always have I'm just going to go buy 6,000 arrows from the arrowsmith. Cool. Do I still want you to track them at that point? No, so I just started early. Now, there will be special arrows that you will want to track.
Right. Okay.
Hell yeah.
But there might be times where I say, where you're like, hey, I'm going to go on a stealth mission. We're going to go underwater and swim through this cave. We're going to leave a lot of stuff back here. Okay, are you bringing a bow and arrow? How many arrows are you bringing? Those would be times. But if you're going into combat, you're not going to only have 16 arrows with you, especially if you're at a place where a lady's training you every day. You would have hundreds of arrows at your, she expects you to shoot hundreds of arrows per day. She's honing in she knows what you're good at. Like I said, she focuses on what you're good at. She trains you in other things, like really weird. She's training you in healing for some reason in medic stuff, Wolfric. Not sure why, but at the same time, she's also requires you to every morning shoot 300 arrows and every night after dinner to shoot 500 more arrows, kind of thing, bullseye. I want to see you shoot until you make 6 bullseyes in a row, kind of thing. You shoot this now. The first time you hit 6 bullseyes, you're so happy with yourself. The very next day, you shoot till you make 7 bullseyes in a row, kind of thing. And it's just really tough, but it's working, and you guys are all making improvements. So this happens. You slay the last rat. The smell of dung in the air kind of really first hits you as and you see this blood and viscera around you. And surprisingly, Hilaria appears in the middle of the room.
Is everyone back?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
D-Man said something too. Yeah. Hilaria appears in the middle of the room, standing there. She looks around and says, "Great work. You've done well. Before we get into much of what you've done," and she kind of steps over one of the rat bodies as she starts heading towards the thing, "let's go finish our breakfast." And she walks up the stairs back towards the living area.
I don't think I can have breakfast after I saw a rat just get trash compacted.
And that's kind of what's going through your mind, and you walk up the stairs a little bit, and it hits you. It's really odd. It's really odd, but you can't place it at first. What is that scent? And kind of sit there and you linger at the top of the stairs for a second. And you realize, yeah, you're smelling a lot of different smells, different foods and stuff like that, but there's one thing, and you walk to the table and you sit down, and there right in front of you is, insert something from your homeland, one of your favorite dishes, sitting there in front of you. You kind of smell and you're like, that's what it is. The smell is home. It's reminding me of your youth, of your childhood, of growing up, whether it was out in the wilderness or whatever, but it is that thing that reminds you of the area, whether it was a pastry from some shop or a mug of ale from your favorite tavern.
I immediately get angry. I get
Your
hangry.
tavern.
I want food.
And yeah, you guys take take it. She's sitting at the table, and she still has just her bowl of porridge, and she's kind of slow eating it as she looks around. And you guys all sit around, and this is a feast like you haven't seen it. That most of the food has been humble. It hasn't been like, depriving you of any way or shape, but it has been very humble food. It's been a lot of stews and like heavy meat dishes, protein some nights, lots of bread and pastas, things to help really like help you guys build up your strength and kind of get ready for the adventures ahead and get planned on. Okay, we had to eat bread for 5 days straight, and it was kind of stale because that's what it was. There was enough, but like this is kind of, hey, because we were made to travel around the valley for the week, so we had to eat nothing but bread for that. And she's trained you like that over the last few months, but now sitting in front of you is a meal like you haven't seen. What are you should be doing?
I start eating. I started just like ripping bread and dipping it and eating. I eat fast. So
Nice.
I just start eating fast.
Yeah.
So I can get back to, what I gotta do.
I'm gonna sit down and grab a bottle and smell it and realize it was my father's special mead that he only made for holidays, and take a sip.
I
And
say,
just lean back and close my eyes.
hey, can I get some of that? I say, hey,
I'll
Cora.
smile and pour you some.
Nice. I have like a really big mug, and I lean it over towards her. She fills it up, and then I drink it.
Anybody else?
It's been a long time since I've had venison like this. Got my I pull out my little God, I don't remember what it is. Got something in my
Trinket, yeah.
hands that you don't remember, that you don't know about.
I get mad because they're
It's
killing
fucking-
baby cows.
Venison is
Are you a vegan?
yeah.
No, I just get mad because it's a baby.
Oh, because it's veal. Gotcha. Yep.
Veal.
Oh, wait.
Venison's deer though.
Yeah,
Oh, my
Venison's
bad.
venison.
My bad. I got
Like
veal
the
and venison.
venison.
My bad.
It's
I don't-
a baby cow, so I went said veal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, scratch that. Just
Anyway, I've
Yep.
got an item in my
I caught-
hands that sitting there in contemplation, solemn contemplation.
I'm fucking stupid.
Speaking of that, let's do this real quick.
Lol. I'm baked. Oh, it's okay.
I need everybody to roll a D100 real quick and then tell me what you roll.
Bet.
This is going to be just like something from your past or whatever. You can make it in as whatever way you want.
Big
Who's first?
100.
Tell me what you roll. Because I'm not on the page. I'm
How
on a
do you do
different page. Just R D100. R space D100. Yep.
I did a 71.
71 is, so you have a fragment
There we go.
of a beautiful, so you have this little piece, like 2 pieces of parchment paper, right? And it's essentially a fragment of a beautiful song written as musical notes on 2 pieces of parchment paper. Make with that what you want, whether it's a song, maybe your lullaby your mom sang to you, or a song of an old love in you, or whatever. That's what you have.
I saved it.
Next
Do I need
number.
to write this down anywhere? Can I?
You
Like,
should, yes, you should write that
all
down.
right, is there any way to
actually
do that on the character sheet?
Yes,
somewhere?
if you go to your the second, so if you look, you have your sheet, you have a bio.
Yeah.
You open your sheet, you'll see the bio, and then the bio page. If you go to that one, not on the actual character sheet itself, right between spells and core is bio. I just changed it for you to bio.
Got it. Oh, this is what I was looking for.
Yeah, and then you can put stuff in there, and that's where you can even, if you start coming up with backstory ideas, that's where you can put that as well. I also put in the chat what you got, so you can just copy paste it if you want.
You got an 86.
Next is an 86. You have an empty silver snuff box bearing an inscription on the surface in whatever language you want that says dreams.
Ooh.
So that could be, like I said, it can be maybe your dad's, or it could be, whatever it was, lover, maybe just something you found along the way that really you took fancy to. I'm actually on 2 screens now. 75, Wolfric. Ooh. Wolfric, you have a set of bone pipes.
Oh yeah. Like
Those might even be something you made yourself that you just, and that's maybe part of your hobby or something. It can be whatever you want.
music
With it.
pipes, right?
Yeah, like
No,
pipes. Yeah, like music pipes. Or smoking pipe. It can be your choice, actually. It can be either one, honestly. Who did I miss? J44. The only one to roll. Whoa, this kind of makes sense for you. I don't know why. It's like a cuckoo lamp.
I got a cuckoo lamp.
Yeah,
That's cool.
That is cool. That's a cool.
and those are
little-
little trinkets. Trinkets that you guys have to start. Those are just from the player's handbook. Just to something from your past or something you can relate to everyone. You have time to relate that to. But essentially, Ilaria walks you guys up, and you guys are eating. You guys are enjoying those foods, looking around. And after a little bit, all of you, some of you much quicker than others, those of you with higher insight, those of you with lower insight, probably take a little longer to realize, but especially with the way this food is out, this is different. And about the time, who's probably the last one to come to that realization of this party? Maybe, probably, who has the lowest wisdom? Probably Jay?
12. Yeah, I'm probably last either way.
And
I'm
as he's and
six.
really because he's into this venison and he's just tearing it down, and you see him pulling pieces, and then he notices there's the venison jerky behind it, and it's that same seasoning he used to get from back home, and he's pulling off pieces of venison jerky and putting them in little bundles and tying them up because there's a ton there, and he knows this food is like, it's, you guys have come like, this is your house kind of thing too, like you guys live here, the food here is there, and so he's tying up and making little bundles of beef jerky and putting it in his bag so he has them for later or travel or if he goes out working or whatever. And he's just totally, and then all of a sudden he kind of like looks as he puts like the fifth or sixth bundle in his bag, and you look up, Jay, and you see everybody's kind of looking at you and kind of has this weird look in their eyes, and they're kind of looking at Larry, and they realize, yeah, why is all this food out? What is here? And she kind of looks and she says, I know you guys have heard stories of my training lasting sometimes decades, but I'm here to tell you today that your training is complete. I know it seems hasty, but sometimes
My eyes get
the
big.
world wills things faster than they need to be. And then you wanted to say something, Beaver?
My eyes just get big. My eyes get wild.
Yeah. You see his eyes get big. And she kind of looks at all of you and says, I have much to take care of before tonight, but I want you to continue your final collection for tomorrow. So one of the things you guys did in the town a lot was you would leave. It would be about once every maybe fortnight, every 20 days or so. You guys would go out and you would go around to the Kerrigan Ranges and to the Snowbound Peaks, and you would collect different things like mushrooms and carrots and stuff and potatoes from the forest, and hunt small game and collect wood for fires and try to, and that type of stuff to bring back. And you would help and actually help supply the town. It was part of the reason they were there. They loved having trainers there. You guys would help part of your training, whether it's strength and teamwork, wherever she had you do this.
It kept us humble, yeah.
Exactly. And so she said, and today, and tomorrow is that. She says, tomorrow will be your last collection. Make sure you do that. But know now your training is officially complete. And she turns to walk away and walk towards the stairs. And she gets to the base of the stairs and she stops and she turns and looks at all of you. And she has this odd look in her eye, and you see her shake. And normally she has, like I said, her face is like in that picture where it's almost straight, but kind of, if it's more, it's not like a little bit more of a smile. Now you can tell that is gone. It is just straight face. And she looks and she says, this won't do. And you see her close her eyes for a second, and the gem on her crown glows just a little bit. And when it does, you guys feel this warmth fall over all of you. It's odd. It's an odd sensation, but you don't notice any changes. The rest of your day goes on.
We all
Guys
look at each
relax.
other, right? We all look at each other kind of weird.
Uh-huh. You guys have the rest of the day to party. Some of you maybe take more pillies, maybe even go into a local tavern. Some Sudat's character. Some of you are maybe more, just stay around the house. Wolfric keeping himself busy, getting prepped for tomorrow. Maybe he's the one prepping the wagon and stuff for tomorrow for the collection that you guys will be doing, going around and getting all the wood and food and stuff. But all of you do your separate things. A lot of you are there, but Ilaria is oddly not present. And it's weird because as she walked away, like she said good night. And she said, which is one thing she never really said. She never really, said much of anything. She would just be gone when it was time to be, when it was bedtime, she would just be gone. You guys would be going to bed and she just wouldn't be around, those kind of things. So it was weird for her to say that greeting. This whole meal is weird. It's really weird, and maybe it is because she's sad that your guys' training is complete. So you guys have this real mix of emotion because you're getting sadness from the person who's been training you, and you're just starting to build family, especially people like Wolfric who haven't been in a close situation like this are really starting to build family. So it's kind of this weird feeling because you're feeling sadness. Does this mean you're not going to be here anymore? She didn't really give you many details, but you also know that you know, it's time to celebrate. You guys are official adventurers. She's gonna send you out in the world and you guys are gonna, whether it's going back to your guys' home of the Sword Coast or heading somewhere else, you guys are gonna start a life of adventuring and maybe become fabled heroes here. But you know what lies ahead for real, true adventurers isn't just wealth and fame and fortune, um, but it's the chance to become a legend or even a myth of these realms. Like you can make it not just all the wealth and stuff that happens to normal adventurers, but to be the chosen few means you could be the name of legends, legendary swords named after you, things of that nature. And so you guys, it's time to celebrate. When your day goes by, you do still feel this sense of warmth all day. It's almost like a little body high, but not really drugged or anything like that. But you go to bed and you're all getting up early. But each one of you, as you wake up at the crack of dawn, realize that warmth, it's almost like it's inside me now. I feel so much stronger. You all wake up at level 2.
Hell yeah, dude.
So, to do that, if you look at your character sheet, you look at where the core and the spells and the bio stuff is, I'm on to that. So if you go over to the right, there's the gear. You click on the gear to go to the settings of the sheet, and you go to the very bottom, and you'll see Launch Level Plus Character Mancer. We did the level 1 before when you made your character. Now you'll see the Launch Level Plus Character Mancer. You just click that, and it's going to let you go through. It'll be really easy for all
The
of
level
you. None of you have
plus?
much decision. Yep, the Level Plus one. You click that one,
Okay.
and it's going to be very similar to making the character, where it might ask you some questions, you might get some proficiencies, or it's just going to say, here's what you're getting. For pretty much all of you, it's just going to say, here's what you're getting. You know, here, sorcerer, you get sorcerer points. Here,
This number, do I need to make it 2?
you have to choose, B-Man. You do have a choice. It's not a big choice. What do you mean? Yeah, you have to go to level. So you're going up to level. So no. You don't do any of that. You say
It was
one
that,
plus.
it was
There you
that
go.
one.
Yep. So on the first page, you guys see levels, right? You just don't push anything. You'll see the HP. You can either roll for your HP or you can take your average hit points. Average hit points is, you know, if you're rolling a D8, you'll get 4. It's always slightly higher if you go average because it's a rounded up number. But if you want to roll and try to get bigger, you can roll for your hit points. Is anybody rolling?
I hit average. Fuck it.
Yep.
I clicked it, it didn't do anything?
I wanted to roll, but it didn't do anything.
So
Yeah, I
did
tried to gamble.
you went to Character Mancer?
Yeah?
Yeah.
And hold on, I'm doing it on see that. Whoops, wrong edit. Character sheet, character plus. You have to make sure to hit next. When you hit next, yeah, see, it worked for me.
So what I did, like at the top, like it says Ranger.
You
Yeah.
have to click your character or something?
No. So make sure, did you, at the start, you can cancel. I would just cancel and try restarting. I think it's because B-Man, you clicked the level stuff and tried to level yourself twice.
Oh, yeah.
I think it might have fucked it up. So I would just hit cancel and try to go back into it again. If you want to roll.
Yeah. No, I'm just average. Did it
Yep,
work?
you can take average. And then you would go next, and B-Man, you're going to have a choice on your
Did that
class.
work? Does that work? Did that work?
Yeah, Wolfrix worked. I saw Wolfrix.
It didn't say mine.
So
Yeah, you should just save if you're doing average. If you can also click average on there, and it'll
I'm
show
trying.
average.
It's not working. Nothing's
Yeah,
working.
just leave it.
That's not
It
working.
should work. It
Click
might. Yeah, you
start.
might need to start over. Hold on.
So when you guys,
I
when you
did, I
guys are
started
clicking
over.
Level, right? Instead of like where click levels, go to where it says like opt out back top, click next, and that's what worked for me.
Yeah, you have to be clicking next. Go back to start,
And then bottom right, like
and
it says
bottom right. Actually, click next. Yeah, you can't do the.
I
other way
did.
around.
Oh,
Yeah.
weird.
That's why.
Here, hold on, B-Man. Character Mancer.
Do I
You are
change
trying to do
the number next to sorcerer?
average. Yeah, it's not letting me click average for B-Man either.
And now it's
Hold
bugged.
Oh, okay. I can see because it shows level twice. So just hit cancel at the top right, and then say
All right.
discard and exit,
I did.
and then go back to Character Mancer.
This is
Sorry.
the third time I've done this now.
Oh, okay. Let
Let's
me
try
try
it one more
it.
time. Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah, it's showing it twice.
Can we
There
just
we go.
manually do it?
Average of 0. Average of 0. Roll of 1. No. Your average is. Hold on.
Yeah, it's not letting me do it either.
Hold on 1 second. There you go, B-Man. You said you wanted an average, right?
Yep.
You're good.
All right,
So
I
at the
can sit
bottom
next.
left of yours, see where it says back?
Yeah.
No, not you, B-Man. You're good. You keep going.
Okay.
Larkin, you see yours at the bottom left where it says back?
Yeah.
Just click that or opt out. Or yeah, now you're here, so now hit next. Once you get back to the beginning, then you hit next, and then it should work.
Mine's not doing anything.
Nope. Do I need to adjust the number next to sorcerer to 2?
I'll check it in a second. Give me 1 second. B-Man, you did.
It didn't. It wouldn't do anything else
Okay.
when I went over.
Hold on. Oh, I see. It went back for some reason. Hold on. Back. So B-Man, you have to hit back to top at the bottom middle. That's what it was. See where it says back to top?
Yeah.
Hit that.
All right.
Oh wait, that didn't work. It was back.
Mine just like progressively worse.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll just do this for you. You want average, right?
Yeah.
All right. What fighting style do you want, B-Man? You have to choose between defensive, dueling, great weapon, or protection.
The fuck is
Defensive.
perfection?
Defensive is you get a bonus to your AC of +1. Dueling is if you have if you're using 2 weapons, which you're not. Great weapon fighting is if you're using 1 big weapon, what you're not. Or there's protection. When a creature, so you can either pretty much you're probably choosing between +1 AC or when a creature you see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. You have to have your shield out for it to work.
Pretty much, I always will have the shield out too. So my AC is already high as fuck, man. So I'm gonna take that. So if my
Okay.
team's near me, I can. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so if somebody attacks like dash next to you, you can make it so that
Right.
it won't hurt. Your next level is the big one. Oh, you get spells now, B-Man.
Hell
You might
yeah.
get-
I remember
wait,
that.
this should be level 3, right? You get spells, not level 2. Hold on, I thought it was
I
level.
think
3.
I get one thing early. I'm not sure.
Maybe you do get spells at 2 because you're quarter caster, not half caster. Oh yeah, you do get it. Okay, so you have to choose 5 spells.
Fuck. I remember.
So if you go to spells at the end, it should show all of them in your character creation screen, and just tell me which ones you're clicking, which ones you want to click.
On my core here, I go down or
No. If you go back to the character mancer thing,
this.
hold on, I can't see. Oh yeah, let me look at your stream. I forgot I have it open actually.
I click spell, or do I have to hit the cogwheel?
No. Go back to see on the right. Click the gear. Yep. Go back to character mancer at the bottom. No. That was right. And you're in the right spot. Go back to the gear. Very bottom. Character
Okay.
mancer plus
Okay.
the bottom one.
Okay.
Go hit next. You might be able to do this. See if you can see. See next to that. Yeah, that's good.
Oh.
Go to the spells. Go to spells at the end. Don't change any of that. Oh god, you fucked shit up. Click spells at the end. No, top. Sorry, top. All the way at the top. Spells. Yep. This is not supposed to be here. Okay. Yep. No. Go back to the.
It
Is it
must
not
be
showing
really
spells?
delayed. No.
I wonder why. Maybe because you didn't click the other things. Okay. Go
Yeah.
back to the start. Go back to levels. Yeah, that's really.
So, I mean,
laggy.
if I click this, it looks like now everything is working here.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I was gonna have you do it, but don't have it be barbarian. Why'd you change to barbarian?
It's paladin. I didn't change it. It's doing it
Oh,
automatically.
okay, cool.
Something was bugged, but now I think I can average my roll and shit.
Try average. Yeah, try clicking average.
Okay, maybe not.
Click the little. It's because you change stuff back and forth. That's why I just want you to. Now that it's on paladin, hit next. Just hit next.
Hey, this is new. I think.
Go to spells at the top. No, at the top. Go to spells.
Oh.
Yeah, don't.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing if you want to read it. But go to. Is it
I'm
okay?
here,
There.
I'm
Now
here.
tell me what spells you want. Yeah. Because mine is right if I click it. Yours is still off.
I think I wanted bless, right? Bless was like a heal.
Adds a D4. Adds D4 to 3 people near you.
Okay,
That
yeah,
you can
I
choose
want
3
that.
people to their attack and stuff.
What
Cure
the
wounds
fuck?
is the heal.
I want that too. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
And then what was divine favor?
um.
Oh,
Instead
shield.
of getting, it does 1d4 to damage. It makes your weapon have extra radiant damage on it.
All right. Oh, shield of faith. What's that? Oh, is it? Oh, is this what?
Shield
this
of Faith
button
is a bonus to AC, I believe. Hold on.
I see.
Yeah, you can click the eye on him and
Yeah,
it'll tell you
I just figured that out.
yeah, +2 bonus to AC, so you can make yourself even tankier.
I'm gonna take that.
Okay.
That blast command or cure wound. I like this detect evil and good. Hang on, I think because I can average the fear under within 30 feet. Okay.
Because you also have your divine sense as well that lets you detect undead.
Okay, so
5 times a day. You already have that.
and then what about the magic one?
Detect magic lets you know if there's any magic close or if an item, you can check if item. You essentially put like a 10-foot thing around you. 30-foot thing, and anything within 30 feet that's magical, you know what it is for 10 minutes, including if somebody has a magic item.
Alright, what about food? Is this? Can I ever use this to like heal us up or something
that?
somehow? The purify food and drink. Like
no,
food,
I mean if there's old or crappy food, you can cleanse it.
Alright, fuck
to make
that.
it better. Yeah, you can make sure it's free of poison and disease.
Protection from good and evil. Hold on.
You might like heroism. Protection from good and evil is a good one. You might like heroism. You might like compel duel.
Well, the evil protection and detect work together. I can detect something, and then I can protect someone.
Yeah.
All right,
Protection from good and evil.
That's my 5 then.
Okay, so blast, cure wounds, detect magic, protection from good and evil, and shield of faith.
No, detect evil and good, protection from evil and good, and shield of faith.
Oh, not detect magic, detect evil and good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that way, because like the protection and the detect will kind of yeah.
All right. Now, if you go to your you can close that out. Cancel. If you go to your
and shield of faith can work for someone else. It doesn't have to be me.
Yeah.
And it's 60 feet.
Yep.
That's
you can
big.
leave.
Okay.
Leave that thing, close it out, and then if you reopen, your character should be good. All right, Cora, did you figure it out yet?
No, it's not letting me do it.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, mine's the same way. I tried to exit the game.
I'll fix it in a second.
Yeah, I've been trying. I've reset it.
Are you rolling or do you want roll or average?
I wanted to roll, but if it's easier to do average.
I let you re-roll one, so you get a 4. So you get average anyway. You're not multi-classing, right? No.
No.
You can look at your sheet. You get flexible casting. You get to add 1 new spell, and you can unlearn a spell and relearn and pick a new spell if you want. I'm just going to share my screen this time because last time it was more of a pain in the butt. All right, you should be able to see my. I don't know if you can actually. Let me see if I can make these bigger. Oh man.
A control mouse wheel.
Yeah, I tried. It zooms in the background. I guess that does help a little bit.
What the fuck?
There you go. So that's your list. It's the same list as before, the exact same list. You get to add 1 more, but you can also lose one of these if you want, and pick up a different one instead if you want.
We're using magnifying glass.
I know you were looking at some out of combat ones and some in combat ones.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, because I can't like look at the info on them right here, right?
You can go to your if instead you go to if instead you go to your compendium on the top right and you type in sorcerer, You should see. Hold on, where is it? Source at the very bottom. Sorcerer spell by level.
Nice.
And then you can just go to level 1. Make sure level 1's at the bottom. You can just scroll down to the level 1 spells and start looking at which ones they are, and then you can open them up if you want to see, and it has the little tickets there. The ones that are in red are only for specific classes of sorcerer. So like you'll notice some of the ones that you got on there for being a storm sorcerer are in red because not everyone can actually make them. So this is kind of like I would I think you well, there's not even a way to change it to level. Yeah, that's kind of a pain in the ass actually. Um hmm. See, that looks about right. I think most of them are you can take. If not, I'll double check. I mean, it'll show on the list here, but that at least gives you some.
I'll look through.
Not the easiest thing. Okay. Ski, now yours while she finishes that. You rolling or you keeping, or do you want
Average is cool.
average?
Whatever I had.
Oh, yours is just bugged out. Ooh. Roll 20 be lagging. Oh yeah, yours is like frozen. Your character sheet, Ski.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Just gonna do this.
You tried refreshing?
No, it's his character. It's actually bugged.
You leave the game and rejoin the game?
No, that's not that. It's something like the sheet itself is bugged even for me. I got it.
I'm thinking like even if you like left the session type thing and like rejoin the session, maybe it would.
Yeah, I tried that already.
No, yeah, wait.
Shit.
Like coming back is just kind of stupid. I don't know what's going on.
Seems to just be a little buggy tonight.
Yeah.
What if we all reset at once? Maybe
No,
that would
that's not that. It's definitely not that.
Oh.
I'll go ahead and try now. Oh wait, hold on. Just don't click back and forth a lot anymore. I think that's what fucks it up. Because it showed like you had went back and forth like 5 times on the thing. Because it was letting me show. So go ahead and do the character mancer, but like make sure you're clicking next and roll. Don't go back. I know we were going back to look for people, but I think that's what fucked it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can
And if it's bugs,
cancel. Okay, so I'm gonna start. Close it. Open it again. Character sheet. Okay, back to character sheet.
yeah, I deleted your character and re-imported your character.
Oh, okay. All right.
Good thing we played on this one instead, because if it fucked up your main one, we would have just lost your character.
Let's see.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Never happened to me before. I'm like probably close to 1,000 hours on this. I've never had anything like that happen before.
I still can't. Average.
Do the level stuff? Okay, I'll do that. I can do
Wait,
that.
hold on.
No one else was able to. Yeah, because if you can roll, it's more fun than me clicking. Even though we're both just literally clicking the same button, it's more fun if you get to do it for your own character.
Clicking is fun, dude.
Level
It's like
3 is
spinning.
when shit really blows up. All of you except for Larkin get your subclasses. Larkin, you get meta magic at 3rd level. I think you get sorcery points this level, right?
I do.
Yeah, those are really cool. So
Larkin's
you know the
gonna
real
fuck shit up, dude.
Larkin essentially gets an extra spell or 2 every day right now until she gets meta magic.
Nice.
Then not so much, because then
There it
she's
is.
meta magic. Hell yeah. Yeah, and then you can go through. You, I think, get to pick a fighting style as well. If you want to pop off, I would suggest archery.
We went protection, right, from them?
Yeah, I think we went protection. So you should
Alrighty.
see that on the bottom right where it describes everything. You should
Radiant
see
Soul
protection.
or protection, fighting style. Got it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you gotta read all those
Now,
things.
now it's actually loading. Okay.
Yeah, so the archery is pretty good for that, especially with.
Okay, it fucked up on me again.
No, it looks like you're good. I see it. Oh, you also have to choose spells, huh?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's not really letting me do anything.
It's showing me. Oh, it's letting me move. Okay. Damn. Too bad you can't see the spells.
I think I want color.
Share
spell.
screen with them.
Just try closing out and then rejoining again, because it's working for me. So I think it's just you right now.
Would it cancel?
No, just like Alt F4. Close your browser. Don't like leave this. Just close your browser. Reopen your browser. Back into Roll20. What was that, Larkin?
I want color spray.
Okay. Are you just adding? You're not going to drop a spell?
No, I'm just
You usually
adding.
don't this level. Next level, though, you consider it because you can drop one of your first levels to get another second level, since you only get one extra second level spell.
Ooh.
So, like, next level, you get one more spell. You're going to probably pick a second level spell, but you can also drop one of those, like maybe drop color spray and make it, a cool second level spell you see. What's a cool second level spell? There's a lot of really cool second level spells for sorcerers.
Yeah.
What is it? Misty Step. You get
Which one are we on? The Legion or Starter? I forget.
starter.
So how do I add the spell though? Because
What do you mean? Did you just click the color spray? Oh, I can do it for you because yours wasn't. That's right.
yeah, mine's
You
all
want-
bugged.
I'm on the wrong one. You're keeping the other two. Color spray. Dash is on the phone real quick too. Color spray. Alright. Now close and open your character sheet, Larkin. Everything should be back. Let me do this for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see the sorcery points and flexible casting are the two that are on there. Flexible casting is the coolest part early. You'll also see above those things, wind speaker and flexible casting, you'll see sorcery points. I don't know if you see that. That's your tally for that. So if you use them right now, it's literally just the only thing you can do with it is get an extra first level spell. So once you burn one of your first level spells, you can, sorcery points. They only come back on a long rest. But you can essentially use 2 sorcery points to refresh a first level spell. Next level, you get to do more with them. So they get even more exciting. That's already a cool thing. Like, wow, pretty soon I get, when you're level 5, you have 5 points. You can either get a 3rd level spell, you can get a first and a 2nd level spell. You can also, though, when you're 1st level, do the same thing in reverse. So let's say you're 3rd level and you burn your only 1 2nd level spell and you want to do another one. You can take and you don't have enough sorcery points. You can actually use a 1st level spell to gain sorcery points. So you also got a long rest, so you'll get all your spells back as well. So they'll get to go. Everybody got a long rest, by the way. So your max hit points.
Hey, Mike, my hit points stayed the same.
Just go to the end if you can see the spells. If you just skip forward to where it shows spells and it shows you the spells, don't worry about doing yours all. Click it through. I just need you to be able to see the spells so you can pick what spells you want. You get to choose only 2.
I just did Hunter's Mark and Cure Wounds.
Hunter's Mark and Cure Wounds. Let me give you a hint. Read Goodberry. And then think of the implications. Versus a Cure Wounds. They both serve different purposes, but can kind of serve.
Oh, I see.
Purpose.
10 berries.
Yeah. And that's essentially a guaranteed 10 hit points every time. But you can cast it like first thing in the morning, even though you're burning your spell, and you can say, here's a good berry for you, here's 2 for you, here's 2 for you, here's, oh shit, if you get in trouble, pop those in your mouth. Or, if somebody goes down, more likely, the best thing for those is, wow, if our healer goes down, B-Man, or you, I can go pop one of these in their mouth, and they come back up because that's healing them for 1 hit point.
Yeah,
So
man, you
that's
better
a
get
good one
that.
to think as well.
I'm out here protecting your ass. You bet. Hey,
But Cure Wounds is also a very good spell. B-Man did get it, but he's also, you guys are both only half casters, so I just want to give you all your options. It's with your second level spells, I will be giving you a same type of thing. You also have the ability
And I
every
can only
time
do it
you
once,
level up
right?
to replace a spell. Cure Wounds, you have 2 spell slots. Both of you guys each have 2 spell slots right now. I
Like per
believe.
day, right?
Per day, yes. And
Right.
anytime you take a long rest, you get them back.
Yeah, I think it's gonna work out because Hunter's Mark I can.
Hunter's Mark, what?
Why?
Cure Wounds? Which one are you taking?
One second.
Searing Yeah, there's some. I can tell you some other cool ones too if you want to read them real quick. Zephyr Strike being one of them that you might want to read.
I don't think I have that.
Yeah, it should be at the very bottom. It's the last one.
Well, last one for me is Speak with Animals.
No, there should be a Zephyr Strike too. Here.
Oh,
how
you
do
know
I
what? That's why, because I'm not level. I can't see level 2 spells. for some reason.
Can,
Oh,
can
'cause
y'all
it
real
didn't
quick
show
in
you level
Discord?
up.
Can you
That's
set
a
your
level up spell.
nickname and like put your character name by it?
Well, because this is also our raid one too.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Oh,
That's
for like the
Yeah, because
For
I got it shows up on screen.
yeah.
But I mean, you can more or less say everywhere
I'll
figure
just
it out.
do. I can
That's
do
okay.
this. You can just Schmitty and then yeah, in parentheses put the name you're playing.
If you want it, it's not a big deal. Because then, yeah, it changes it for everywhere. I think.
I linked it in chat, Keith. It's a bonus action and it lasts a minute.
Oh, this chat. All right.
Yeah, in the regular. I can link it in the Discord if you want.
It
That's
looks
easier.
badass.
It's essentially a free disengage. And also adds a D8 of force to it. And that can stack on top of Hunter's Mark.
Oh, it looks like it deals extra damage, right?
Yeah, it deals extra damage, but it also lets him free disengage. And he gets advantage on the shot, I
Oh,
believe.
walking speed increases about 30 feet until the
Yeah.
end of that turn. Nice.
And 30 feet, and it's you don't provoke opportunity attacks. And so it's like, it's a
You
lot.
just get in, hit him, and out, and get out.
Yeah.
That's nice.
He's also juggling that with, can I get a second Hunter's Mark off maybe later in the day? Because the Hunter's Mark is also, and so that's where the healing stuff can be good. You'll get another spell next level, but where exactly, where do you want to take it?
We like the
Alright.
damage too.
So I just want to give you, so another cool one, things like Fog, Cloud, Entangle, and stuff like that are pretty obvious, ones.
Yeah, I wasn't seeing any of that shit, so it's weird.
Oh, you don't see Fog Cloud or Entangle or so
No.
go back to here. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Is it even, can you even read these? The spells?
Yeah, no.
There we go.
Yeah,
You can ask me which one and I'll show you the card. So as you see, absorb elements, like that kind of thing, and see it'll pop up here.
Gotcha.
So you can ask me which ones you want to. As you're reading through, I can tell you some cool ones. I know you saw Cure Wounds is a touch spell, so you have to be next to them to heal them for 8 plus your wisdom.
Yeah.
The good berries is just 10 healing in 10 little balls. You can eat them all at once, one at a time. If you eat one good berry, you're sustained for the entire day. There's things like Ensnaring Strike, where when you hit the creature, you can have magical vines go up into them, or things like Entangle, which 90 feet away, you can have a 20-foot square go and try to restrain a bunch of people in there making strength checks to free themselves. Fog Cloud is the other area 20-foot area of fog. So make it heavily obscured. So if you have if maybe you're up on one perch and the bad guys are up on another perch and there's the fighters are fighting in between, you can fog cloud the other guys kind of thing.
Yeah. I'll probably just do
Alarm. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I think I'm just gonna do for sure Hunter's Mark, obviously, and then
Yeah, I've clicked that one already. Hail of Thorns. If you're looking for damage, Hail of Thorns, Searing Smite, Zephyr Strike, those ones all add extra damage. But Yeah, the cure wounds, the good berries.
I think just where a group comp is, I think let's go with cure wounds instead.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna have a bard here hopefully soon.
Does he heal? I don't know what bards do exactly.
Yeah, bards are healers. Bards are
Oh.
support. Bards are pure support class. That's what they are.
Fuck that, give me Zephyr, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you want to go pure DPS, you know, what I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, sorcerer.
But
and
also,
ranger,
you're.
so just so you know, sorcerer and ranger are what are battery classes. Those are classes that are meant to just damage. You don't
Yeah.
have to play them that way. I play a healing sorcerer. You don't
Right.
have to play them that way. But that's like they are the best blaster class. Are especially from ranged are those two classes right there. Depending on what they do. So don't feel like you have to. But yes, getting a helpful spell like cure wounds or like goodberry, like that's why I was saying more goodberry might be better too, because then you can just feed
Yeah, if you just
everybody
have an
before you make
item,
sure everybody
that's
has
good.
one berry in their pocket. So if somebody goes down, you pretty much have a free get somebody up for anyone. But at the same time,
Can those recharge?
you can also
berries?
use it to get rid of every day. It's a first level spell. He gets
nice.
10 berries if he casts a spell. But at the same time, things like Zephyr Strike or Hail of Arrows can really like all of a sudden just end a combat versus the other one. So you said Zephyr, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 100 mark and Zephyr Strike.
The berries are just an item, right?
Wait, how's it spelled?
ZEPH.
There it is. It's on your sheet.
Wait, is berries a spell?
Good
thought it was
berries
just
is a
an
spell.
item.
Yeah, it's a
Oh, I
druid
thought it was an
spell.
item.
Like it's a earth spell, so druids and rangers have it.
Cool.
It's kind of that like shaman-y type of spell. They cut summon. One berry sustains you all day for food. You won't need any more sustenance. But it also heals you for 1 hit point. So
It's like a
there's some
Zenzu
cheesy
bean,
things
yo.
you can do with it. Yeah, there's some cheesy things you can do with it. Is Dash back yet? Everybody's things are done.
Dash, hello?
He said he's on the phone with Wally.
Okay. Why is Wally's nerd ass not here?
I know. I said. Is he joining? Question mark.
Tell him.
Said B-Man and me. You should whisper him.
I told him to join and called him a nub ass bitch.
Hold on. It should be Wally.
Hey, sorry, we're wrapping this up.
Tell him to come play with us.
And call him a nerd ass bitch.
Yeah,
or nub
that's
ass
what B-Man
bitch.
said. Nerd ass bitch, come play with us.
And then say nerd gang shit.
He can play a fighter, a pure fighter. Tell him, pure fighter.
Yeah, we need
Full on smash,
more
do damage. Yep. Be frontline with B-Man and do damage.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, sorry about that.
Did you hear that?
You're good.
Tell Wally to come play with us.
He said he's busy.
Sure.
Playing Final Fantasy, fucking
Playing
weeb.
Final Fantasy. And
It
AFK
is-
on that game.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just worried about getting a job right now, and I was like, okay, well,
Way to take it
Yeah,
off.
getting a job in Final
night.
Fantasy. I know what that
This
means,
is
motherfucker.
10, 11, 12 p.m. at night on Mondays. He's okay to do that. It's not his Sundays that he's not allowed to play on. I know the rules.
yeah, well,
Yeah, but he needs to get a job. I'm surprised he quit before he found a job.
He is playing Final
I'm
Fantasy
not surprised.
15 right now, or 14. Alright, that's what
He's
he's
playing
doing.
Final Fantasy 14. Why don't you
And
just hop into the other Discord real quick, B-Man, and I can invite you if you're not in it. He's in there.
The
Hold
fuck
on, I'll
is
be
the
right back.
other one?
It's Jason's old Discord. Remember Spider Dreams? Hold on, I'll be right back.
Get that fucking nub off Final Fantasy, man. What a weeb. He's weaving out.
Back in a
He's
sec.
not responding if he's in there, but he's not responding.
yeah, he was probably outside when he called me.
Like,
No,
all-
actually, he doesn't have cigarettes, so no, he wasn't.
all-
I don't know what he's doing.
It's early enough. I'm calling him. Well, Dash, does all of your stuff work? Did you get your hit point set up? Does it showing up right?
Yeah, it showed up. I hit average, but it gave me 5. I'm not sure if that's right or not.
That's average. That's average, yes. For a rogue. Rogues are D8, so you get a 5. It's always like,
Sweet.
8 plus 1 divided by 2. Then round up.
Yeah, I just had to close and open it a couple times and it worked.
Let me call Wally. I know I have his number here. And then we'll go. It would be so easy to get him in right now.
Yeah, now's the time if he wants to get in here.
Dude, I want
Hell
him to
yeah.
play a barbarian. That'd be sick.
Same character as last time, basically, right? Like the Minotaur.
Wally.
Fucking...
Wait, why aren't you getting in here with us? Me too. Me too.
I see he's playing Final
too.
Fantasy. He can't lie to me.
Yeah, you're playing Final Fantasy too. You can't lie about that. That's what. Oh yeah, that's.
I know you're weaving out.
You can't clear your mind for an hour or two and come play some D&D with me and B-Man and the boys again. Dash. Larkin's playing with us.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. All right. Well, Okay. Well, we're in here right now playing. They just leveled up to 2. I was gonna make you a character real quick so you could get in here and join us for another hour or so. All right. Well. Yeah. Yeah. Get your shit done. Get hired. All right. All right. All right. Cool. All right. All right. All right. Cool. All right. Later, man. Good luck. Yeah. Bullshit. Yeah, I can see his wife being pissed though. All right. Is everybody back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
think we're ready.
Let's do this real quick. Does anybody want to play DJ for a bit? Just kidding.
There's
Dude,
a Dungeons
I
and Dragons.
I put a
thing.
Hearthstone on the Hearthstone background music. It's pretty good.
Oh, nice. So, you guys wake up. You feel stronger. You're amped, so you're just ready. You know you're stronger. You can feel like, whether it's, wow, I have access to more spells, or I have access to spells. This training really is. Maybe she was right. Maybe this was complete. Maybe she's like, because we're leaving. You guys wake up. You leave in the morning. You go out. You start collecting wood. You're out till late evening. You're tired. You're beat, but you're also still really excited, and you have these new spells. Some of you probably burn a spell slot or two out there messing around with some things and testing it out. But you've really kind of seen, you have your new power. You're feeling good. Your head's high. You come back into town, and even though it's darkness hasn't set, but the sun is setting. The town, normally wouldn't be full bustling. It's a small village, really, but the village is, dare I say, dead. There's no movement. You walk up to town, and as you get to town, one of the guards, a local town guard, it's literally just, a 55-year-old retired dude who essentially just sits there and helps raise alarm. Stops you as you enter, and looks and sees your wares and kind of nods and says, I have grave news. Hilaria, she didn't come to the town meeting this morning. We went to retrieve her, and she lay dead in her bed. And she passed last night.
What? I slam some shit. I get real mad.
Where is she? Can we see her?
Yeah, she's being laid to rest. You can.
Yeah,
She's
we
being
try to
ready
go
laid
find her.
rest. Essentially, what you guys find out is that she requests, per her family lineage, that she's buried within 3 days. So she is, being held at the local, I don't know, where, like, guard station, essentially, where they have a spot and they're getting her prepared. The whole town is essentially prepping for this, but they are doing that. It is easy for you guys to go see her and stuff, but according to her will, she wants 3 days. She wants to be buried within 3 days. Face, at sunrise so that she makes sure she passes on properly as according with her tradition. You guys, over the next 3 days before the funeral, what are you guys doing? Anything
Uh,
special? Is anybody doing anything special?
Nothing's for special, just continuing on, right? It's like a time of
We're
grieving
trying
for
to
the
figure
town.
trying to
Definitely
figure out
time of
what's
grieving.
next.
Letting the villagers kind of keep to themselves, so you keep into yourselves, but just kind of grieving.
Just helping out in
Yeah.
tasks and stuff.
Sitting at the
Good.
tavern.
I'm
not,
thinking about the future. All right, I'm trying
Yeah.
to figure out.
It's not a jolly tavern visit.
So a few days pass and it's tough, and the realization maybe hasn't even set in because it's been this whirlwinds of ups and downs over the last few days. But after the third day in this sword mining, this maybe is the first day that you kind of are starting to have a straight head on you. It was 3 days ago that Ilaria Faywing, the renowned mentor to many famous adventurers, died. She was known to the Miriam Vale as the Master. You were her final set of pupils. The ancient elf who taught you secrets of combat, magic, and wilderness survival passed away in her sleep the same night she told you your training was complete. You had not even begun to look for work when news of her death came. Though the master was over 800 years old, she was lithe and energetic. It seemed she could have lived another 8 centuries. Per the instructions of her last will and testament, Hilaria was buried quickly in a simple ceremony. While many who lived in Parbor came to see the master laid to rest, you were her only students able to attend given such short notice. Golana, the local dwarf priestess who runs the holy beacon, Parabor, Temple of Palor, God of Light, asked you each to say a few words at the eulogy. We open on the field, a grass green field, fenced by trees off in the distance and mountains way off. The five of you, including Sudat, and what was her name again? Um, and Golana, the local dwarf priestess, stand around Alaria's grave. At the head is a giant marble statue. It's odd because you've seen marble. A lot of you have seen marble, and even in big quantities like this, but this is, a 10, 12-foot statue. But it's weird because it's almost like there's 4 or 5 different colors, types of marbles, almost formed, grown together. It's beautiful. It's almost as if some of them are glowing. Um, you stand around kind of looking. You've recently really um, realized, who is, you know, gotten to know each other, and this kind of all comes to this screeching halt here. At this grave, you look around, and Alaria says, "Is there a memory any of you would like to share?"
Wait, Ilaria says that?
Or
I
no,
mean, sorry, no,
dwarf.
about Alaria. Galana asks about.
I mean, you had
Alaria.
me fucked up for a second.
Jesus
no.
All
Christ.
right, I say, I kneel down and I say, or I'm at a podium, right? So I don't kneel down. I say,
You're in the middle of a field, yeah, and there's just like she's just buried in the middle of a green
okay,
field.
so I do kneel down in front of the grave, and I say, she was the greatest teacher ever, and we'll miss her. She'll be missed. I don't cry, but I look very stern. I look very serious.
Very childlike.
Yeah, very chat. And then
Anybody
I
else
kind
want
of
to say any?
I kind of close
final
my
words?
eyes and I look down. I have a moment of silence.
Yeah, and you're staying kneeling while the rest
Yeah,
is going
yeah,
on, right? Yeah.
And then
So
I
a
get up.
single tear goes down my cheek.
Uh-huh.
I say, I didn't know where I was going. I had no direction before she took us in. And now I'm just as lost. That's it.
Any other final words as you lay Ilaria to rest? This is kind of
Laura's gonna be like sobbing, like distraught. But she's gonna use dancing lights to make a medium-sized kind of humanoid form, kind of similar to Fei Wing, and then just let it go, and it's gonna disappear.
oh,
That's pretty cool. Yeah, for me, it's a private moment for me. So after you guys said something, I just kind of sat and just felt the grass and just reflect on my time, kind of growing up through such like hardships through training all together. So it's like we lost, you know, our teacher, but we still have each other.
True.
As the sun fully rises at this point, Galana nods her head and in a dismissive, in a kind of like that dismissive, that end manner, and you see a lot of the townsfolk who are gathered on the outskirts, kind of paying, still wanting to be here to pay final respects, but also wanting to give that sense of privacy and that ownership that you guys have earned around there. Um, the funeral starts to break, and you start to see people leaving the area. Hey Chuck, what's up?
Oh, hey, what's up?
You
You ready to nerd out?
coming tomorrow or what?
That's why I was getting on, but I didn't want to interrupt y'all.
No, what's up?
Um, I should be able to. I just don't know if my
Okay.
wife's gonna want me to drive her down to see her brother in the hospital tomorrow in Arkansas.
Okay. All right, just keep me updated because I can fill early. I got to fill for Benji too. He can't make it.
Okay, but yeah, I plan on me being there unless I
Okay,
tell
let
you.
me know. Okay,
Yep. All right.
sweet.
Cool.
Oh yeah. You guys can all have inspiration for having some thoughtful RP there. So if you look on your sheet,
Looking at my sheet.
and hold on, I'm trying to open up where to see that.
Let's see, insight.
Oh, I see it at the top left.
Yep, top left, you'll see inspiration, and it fills it in with like a little dragon kind of symbol.
Oh, I see it.
You just click that. So the way I use inspiration, a little different than um, so inspiration normally, so you know, is if you get inspiration from a DM, you can say, and I say like, hey, make this roll. You can say, I'm going to use inspiration and roll with advantage. Nah, fuck that. That's not that good. If I'm giving you inspiration, you earn that shit. I want it to be good. What I let you do is, if I say go ahead and roll, whatever your roll is, and you roll, and you don't like that roll, you can say, before I tell you if you fail, it has to be before I tell you if you fail. You can be like, no, 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 wait, I'm going to use inspiration right here. And then you can pick up one of those dice, re-roll it.
And you click it off?
And you would get to pick whatever the better dice is. And then that's how you would use your inspiration. So
And
if
you
you decide,
remove it,
like,
right?
yeah,
Right,
you would
right,
remove it.
go-
You only
okay.
can have one inspiration at a time. It doesn't, like, you can't stack them or anything like that. And it's great for one of those oh shit moments or something. Hey, I really wanted this to happen.
Hell yeah, I'm
You know,
saving
I
that.
wanted to pickpocket here and I failed. I'm going to save it for that moment because this is one where I can't get caught, kind of thing. Those type of stuff. So
Or when I miss a rat.
you guys sit around the grave for a little bit, and as you guys exit the Holy Beacon, Yalissa Hodwick, the only solicitor in town, this little middle-aged gnome, runs up to you, pushing up her half-moon spectacles, wiping tears from her eyes as she embraces each of you one by one, holding back hysterical tears. And she looks at you. Miss Vaping spoke fondly of all of you. In fact, you're all mentioned in her last will and testament. If you have time today, would you please stop by my office? I know it's a lot to ask, but. And Ulysses not able to finish her sentences. Tears just come pouring down. She, like, big honk and blow into her handkerchief as she turns and starts running towards the crowd that's leaving, trying to give you guys your final moment, and says, "Please, please stop by later." As she runs off with the exiting crowd and kind of like makes herself self hidden in there. Um, the day goes by. You guys, kind of get your stuff settled. Maybe you guys go back and have some breakfast or something like that. But it's kind of a very somber day, as you say, as eventually one of you, at point even says, probably Sudat's character says, "Hey, we let's go visit God, what's her name? I just closed it.
The
Whatever. Let's go visit
priestess?
what's her name? Not Yulissa. Yeah, Yulissa. Go visiting. Go. We're gonna go. Let's go visit Yulissa. She's um the local solicitor. That'd be like kind of like in those days, like a mail shop. Mail would go through her if you needed small goods, you needed to buy small things, like adventuring a backpack or like a shovel or something like that. She'd have those kind of things. It's an all around like a kind of all in one type of store. But they're usually learned people who would be doing that, and she definitely is. Um, and as you guys eventually decide to make your way over there, you open the door and a small little bell rings. And instantly, as you walk in, the smell of paper twinges your nose. It just smells of someone who is probably keeping a lot of in those days paper files and that type of thing. She knows what's coming in and out of the town. Everything that's bought and sold comes through her. She kind of looks around and there's chairs and tables everywhere, but they're covered in papers. And you see her kind of scramble on her little gnome feet around and start clearing some papers off to give you guys some room. As you guys start to sit, she looks and sees that the table's covered, and she does the same thing, starting to clear the table, and says, "Would you guys like some tea?"
Sure.
I say yes, please. Thank you.
And so she puts out some tea. She puts out a tray with some tea on it to all of you, offering you all of some tea. And after she gets it settled, and it's very slow, and her hands are very shaky. She's still very shaken. It's rough for her. Gnomes live a very long time, so she's probably known this lady for centuries at this point, possibly. You don't know that specifically, but they were very close in town, as Ilaria was with everyone in town. Um, Yulissa unseals a small envelope, and you guys notice that EF pressed into the wax seal with the tree behind it. It has like the big tree behind it. And as she pulls the letter, the gnome speaks with a very grave tone, and she says, "Now, as I said at the service, Ilaria included you in her last will and testament. She had no family, and you were the only people mentioned in the document. She wanted to read me this. She wanted me to read this aloud and give you the following instructions to take with you." And as she does, she unrolls this scroll and she says, "My gold has dwindled in 800 years, but there's some left, so be all ears. My mansion, my treasures are all yours, if you can open the last of my doors. The vault in the backyard is my final test. You must work together to complete this quest. The door can be opened with strength of mind, but before you attempt to find the tiles, all 9. 3 are hidden where she creeps and crawls. The one with 8 legs and venomous jaws. 3 are entrusted to ones born of dragons, who cannot be reached by boats or by wagons. 3 still are buried with a friend long forgotten, who lingers long after her body is rot. Unlock the vault, do not delay, for others are hunting my treasures this day. Every moment you wait puts people at risk, so take up my task and do be risk. All will make sense when you open the vault and realize my death was not nature's fault." And as that last line comes out, Yulissa breaks down crying. The last line chokes her up. She sucks in a breath and composes herself, and she said, "What could all of this mean?" Um,
Someone killed her?
Ilaria,
Yep.
essentially, Ilaria's property now belongs to all of you. You guys have this not small house, but this house that is hers, big enough to have its own larder and stuff like that. So it's definitely not small by any means. And you guys all think back to this stone trap door in the back. There was always just a stone trap door. There was nothing on it. As you guys obviously head home, eventually you guys head to the back, and what you see is this. Now you see on there it says, "Who is the master?" And there is these tiles that are now almost missing and they're glowing almost red. Um, and you're thinking, okay, we probably, obviously, no explanation. I don't need to let you guys figure this out. We need to find these tiles. We need to figure out where these tiles are. We have these clues. And as you guys get together, you guys start to share. It's really weird because you guys all all eventually speak of having a very fond memory during the day of it, and each of you remembers, wow, that's really weird, the memories that some of us have shared this story, like when the 4 or 5 of you were together and you guys started saying, "Hey, did you ever hear her tell you the story about this thing? Did you ever hear her tell you the story about her friend in the mountain? Did you ever hear her tell you?" And the stories you guys shared were literally 3 stories about these 3 places, and you guys all remember these 3 things. um, so at the bottom, you can see them a little better written. One of them is, if you travel up the Mithrin River, you'll find a waterfall coming off the icebound peaks. Behind the waterfall was a cozy cave. And she'd always tell you, enter with caution, because if you go inside, there is Vixthra. She's a big spider, and she has ogres with her, and she's really unforgiving. And you
What
end
the
up with
fuck?
these 3 memories, and these 3 memories are corresponding with some of the tiles. And it's weird. She'd always tell us stories about the Vixthra and the Mithrnir River and where it might be. And you guys start to think back as you look and you start to think, and you can almost pinpoint exactly where each of these things. Hold on. If you're looking at the map right now, right?
Yep.
Okay, let me do this. You kind of remember. Whoops. I fucked that up.
Oh, up top.
You guys remember
Oh,
3
shit.
parts around the veil. As you guys read those things, and I'll let you give you some time, you guys remember that off over in the Karagon Ranges, she talked about her old friend, who lived on top of these, and you can see that Alcius's home off in the left. You know that she talked about Vixer's cave in the north, up at the end of the Mithrnir River, and read the associated memory. You know, that's the story she told you guys. And then she told you about her friend Helen's grave, who was out there. And now she's saying that these people, like a dead person, she talked about going and visiting her grave often. Now she's saying, go, she's protecting a tile. A spider that would kill her that would is deadly, and she told us never to go there. Like, what? Wait, what is this? And you guys remember these things. And these is kind of what's all now laid out. And now by this time, it's probably getting to late evening, so you guys are probably eating and thinking it's probably time to rest. But you probably got some talking to do, some
We need to figure out
things
what we're
here,
gonna do.
because yeah, exactly.
Where we're
So
going first. I'm thinking we don't go to the spider one first. We wait till we get stronger. Maybe.
I agree. Plus, I don't like spiders.
Well, she
Yeah.
talked of her old pupil, and I assume that would be the easiest to go for first with
The
in
grave.
the forest.
Yeah, the forest. Okay.
and you guys know this is quick, so this isn't going to be something where it's going to be like, hey, let's take um long rest between each one. This is something you like. She's talking haste, and you know her with, like I said,
Oh shit.
everything you know about her is very careful. So this means you're probably trying to hit all 3 of these places, get these tiles in a day, possibly, maybe at least like no more than 2 days. You probably can go through there and maybe be resting on your way back.
Well,
And
then
you
our
can see that
pathing
these
needs
are
to be
several
efficient.
miles, so you got to kind of look and plan that out as well, because you don't want it to take a lot longer. Yeah, stuff's not super far, but some of this terrain isn't super easy. Luckily, you have a rogue and a ranger who can help with that a little bit, but these are all things that you guys are now starting to like dawn
What
on
up,
you,
Lawrence?
things that we have to consider. You're also considering, hey, do we need to take any extra supplies? There's something we might need if we're having to go into the
That's what
snow,
I'm
or we're having
thinking.
to go into caves, or we might need to see better if we have to go into yeah, because I mean, even walking 7, 8, 10 miles, like that's like a day's work right there. So you
Yeah.
can see this is going to be, you're probably going to maybe be able to get all 3 in a day. It might be get like 2 of the 3, wake up the next morning, knock out the final one. It all depends on how it's going. It is late evening. You guys are tired. It has been a long day. You just buried Alaria, and you know she's trained you well, that it's probably better to make sure you have level heads. And if you were to leave now, it would probably result in someone getting injured or something wrong happening. You wouldn't be your best. And hey, a few hours of sleep tonight,
Yeah, we
maybe waking up
rest.
at
We go in
first
the
light.
morning.
That's
Yep.
that's at least the one thing you guys can that it settles on you from here. After that, direction, where to go, where you want to hit first. Do you want to deal with the spider? Do you want to go to see her friend? Do we want to go around in there? Is it going to be a 2-day, a 1-day event?
No, we got to
How
do it
quickly do
fast.
we
We got
have
to do it
because
fast.
whoever gets this owns her shit, essentially, is what the will says. So if somebody else comes in and gets this, the wealth is what she's saying. The house, you haven't seen a lot of wealth around. Yeah, the house is worth something, but it ain't worth much. Maybe a few thousand gold at
It's
most,
not
which is a
about that.
lot,
It's
but
it's about
not that. There's
it's about
something
the
she's
honor.
saying is really important behind that vault
And she
door.
said she got killed as well. We got to avenge her.
And if
That's what
that
that's what I want
means,
to solve.
yeah, is it those people that are maybe trying to get in there? And if that's the case, do we need to, um, if that's the case, do we need to, how quickly does it need to be? Do we, that's all needs to be taken in. So, yeah.
All right, let's go. I think we go to sleep now and wake up.
So what are your
Take a
guys'
little nap.
plans for tomorrow then?
We Alice
When you wake up?
home, and then we hit the lair, and then the forest.
Vic, so you just take the boat across, take the boat north up to the river and right to Vixter's lair. It's straight north.
Yeah, I'm
Right,
trying to
we're
do
hitting
this.
here, right?
I
No,
was thinking we
straight
go.
north is Vixter's lair. That's Vixter's is straight north.
I think we go to
The
the.
spider.
My idea would be to go to the east first. If we're going at the break of dawn, we probably want to be going into the sun
Okay,
Let's
true.
give
We
the
want to get.
dragons a good
so that the
cook,
rest of the
get
day
some
is
breakfast.
against it.
I agree. Yeah, let's go that way instead. I agree. I gotta
The
get.
forest has dragons, or where?
Yeah, the forest, and then the lair, and then the
The
home.
home. No, I was thinking the home.
What were you
But
saying,
what
sorry?
about the time? We don't want it to be dark when we hit the forest.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Okay.
that's another reason
Yeah.
too. So
That's what he was saying, and that's that makes sense.
Plus, to end with a friend who's still alive is a good idea.
Yeah, we can camp
Right.
out somewhere over here if we need to rest.
Yeah, I'm
I'm assuming that's how far we make it.
Because we're gonna be, we might have some damages after the spider.
for like
No.
most of my time, I spent most of my times in the mountains, so I'm a little more comfortable going towards the home.
Okay.
you guys also have the option to take a boat, and you can take the river up to here, or you could take it over to here if you needed to, as other ways to do it. And you could always go back and get those, or have send somebody from the city. Remember, you guys kind of are, Ilaria commanded a lot. So hey, we need you to go pick up the boat here, please. Or hey, can we have a ferry? You can have someone ferry you there and then travel back as well.
I mean, we were trying to
You
be
guys can have
efficient,
some
right?
out as well. So yeah, if you're trying to be efficient, as I'm saying, don't take the lake out of consideration. You do have someone who could boat or ferry you if needed as well. Even all the way up to here, if you wanted to go to this one first, somebody could take you all the way up the river, and that's right near the mouth of the cave. Correct. Yep. Yeah, you can see the cave's mouth right there. You see the points that they're pointing at. That's where they actually are.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see.
So
Yep.
either way, I think we're talking to the dock master in the morning to get us to set sail.
Because you guys are planning on going east, right?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Yeah. So that would be going. You guys are gonna take the dock to go here right away, and then you'll just take the path up into the forest. Okay. All right. You guys get your long rest in. You guys are level 2.
Nice.
You guys wake up in the morning. Any extra prep? Anything extra you're trying to grab, or you just grabbing your normal?
I need some holy water in order to use my certain spell.
Yeah, I'm gonna stock up on arrows.
You could have. Yeah, you could
Do we
have.
have money?
No, you can. Yeah, you can. Have asked Yulissa, the what's her name, Galama, whatever her name was, Galana, to bless some water for you, and so you have 1 vial of blessed holy water.
Okay, and I'll put that
You
on
can
my
use
thing.
that for whatever spell it is. Yeah. If it tells you the cost of the spell of the holy water, or does it just say holy water?
I think it says it's 1 holy water per use.
Yeah, if it's 1 per use, then you have 1 right now. If you have if it's just says holy water, doesn't say a amount, then you're good. You can just it's just indefinite.
Okay.
I'll look in a second too. So you guys are traveling to the forest first, correct?
Yeah, forest.
Yeah,
Oh,
Is it
components
black?
a sprinkling of holy water.
it is black.
It's first thing in the morning. Let me go like this, and let's go to.
Okay, yeah, 1 vial is good.
Okay. So, you guys are traveling through the forest. The ancient twisted pines grow. Hold on, let me stop the music. Wait, did I move you guys? Yeah, I didn't move myself. Yeah, okay. I'll do music in a second when I give it back to you guys. The ancient twisted pines grow so thick within the Delore forest that the sunlight and moonlight barely penetrate. It is as if you have entered another world. Your head feels lighter and almost groggy as you make your way through the dark roads. Your pack feels heavier. Despair is nipping at your soul. What is your marching order? Who's leading?
I'm in the front.
What are you guys? Okay.
The guy
Yeah.
in armor
Are
with the
you
fucking shield
scouting?
is
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm in the front.
You
I'm
can be in the front of the party.
Well-
Yep. Go ahead.
Well, no, the ranger could be scout,
Yeah.
and
You have ranger and a rogue too. Yeah, they can.
I'm just in front of the casters. I'm in front of like the
The rogue
caster.
can go sneak off to the side and be a flanker, and the ranger can go scout ahead or something like that, or those kind of things. If
Yeah.
you want to play those type of ways, or
yeah.
I think the
guess we
caster
would-
behind the behind me.
I was
That way
thinking like
he doesn't
taking.
get hit.
I think the rogue should be up front, like sneaking around,
Okay.
and then I'll
So
be
essentially,
far
so
behind.
you guys know this might change your thing. So you guys know out of OOC -1. When I'm asking like who's leading in like forests and type of situations, that means it's probably like tracking, and tracking is considered survival. So it's who's going to make
Oh,
the
it's
survival
wisdom.
check. It's going to
Okay,
be the
so
wisdom
that would be me.
modifier.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
might
yeah.
be you. That might be more of who's doing that type of stuff. Perception is another one for looking out that I might make you. Tracking will be the survival. Perception is looking. That's another one to think of as well. Then you have like obviously stealth that can help and that type of stuff. So
Yeah, I think yeah, I'll be kind of like scouting up ahead by myself.
how far ahead are you going? How far
Uh,
back are you having them wait?
I would say I'm like listening ahead, like at least like 40 feet.
Okay. And then is that just B-man behind you? Or how are you guys traveling after that?
Am I the only one who's got no night vision?
So it's going to be dim light here for you. It's not going to be dark.
Okay.
Don't worry. But it will be dim light for everyone. The dim lighters will see like daylight. Yours is going to be dim everywhere. So on ranged attacks, yeah, I think
How does-
I'll check the dim light.
How does B-man see dim light?
I think it's because
Did you ask that? Do you want to have a little flash, what's it called, flashback scene where you're at, where you pulled him aside and asked him that? Did you ask him in front of everyone? I know that kicked in. We've been going.
Yeah,
So,
like it was one of those things that like obviously like after when we're eating,
because
right?
it's
Like all the
there's
food
been
we're
3
all
days. Yeah.
so
Since you saw that.
I wanted to ask like why is it that he can see
I'm
dim light?
I have dark vision, because I'm an Asimar. I'm blessed
So
with
you're
a
telling him?
radiant soul. Yeah,
You're
right on.
telling?
Yep. My vision
So,
can easily cut through darkness.
so he's telling you if any of you want to make what are your dragons, right? Wolfric, so far that's your only favorite animal.
Well yeah, that's my
Start on this campaign. Jay, go ahead and make a religion check, anyone, or a straight intelligence check if you want. Anybody but obviously D-Man. As he's saying this.
my stuff is fucked up. Hold on.
You're an
Alright.
ASMR.
Religion or
ASMR law. Religion or just straight intelligence. Which is gonna be the same either way, yeah. Wow. So actually both of you are familiar. Do you want to roll one dash?
Yeah.
Religion. Or straight
Oh,
intelligence,
God,
yeah.
okay.
Or straight intelligence. Wow.
Hell
So
yeah.
actually both Cora, you're not really familiar, and he says that you're like, what the
Exactly.
what's an Azimir? Well, what does he mean he's an Azimir? He's already talked about his human parents, and it kind of throws you off. But but both Jay and Wolfric have actually heard of the Azimar. It's not like a thing that's not heard of at all. But Azimar are essentially they're usually born. It doesn't have to be a human. They can be born to elf, or they can be born to a half orc even. But they essentially are imbued with an angel. They're essentially like God born. You would think of them as like a walking angel. Essentially, was what they actually are. Azimir are not human. They appear and they'll look as human, and a lot of times they will try to stay outwardly human. But what set it off is him seeing in the dark. You knew he wasn't human, and he isn't. He's actually an Azimir. This means he is. Whereas, like a tiefling is kind of imbued somehow with a human getting imbued with a demon somewhere along the line. They don't know where.
right.
Somewhere in his lineage, there is some type of godly being, and randomly out of tens of, it's a 1 in a million chance, maybe once every 5 generations, some of these people can be born. It's about a generational thing, but some generations last a long time, and if it's a gnome Azimir, it might live a little longer, but he seems to be human. But what he's telling you is, hey, I'm a walking angel, essentially. That's why I see in the dark.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
It's one ballsy angel.
Yep.
Yeah.
I still don't know that, right?
You don't know that, and he can share that, or you can ask the other ones on the side if you want, however you want to
I
argue that.
figured we were
Essentially, you
walking
guys
in the
would go down
woods,
your
and
own.
I was just
I
kind of
would-
talking.
Oh, in the woods. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're all
Oh,
there.
that's cool. Yeah, I'm,
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dark,
mean,
and
like,
yeah,
what does
that's
that
yeah,
mean?
'cause yeah, that's what set it off. It's dark. Why is he see? Wait, I remember. Wait a minute. It's been a whirlwind of 3 days. Hey, wait, how can you see in the dark? Do we need to light a light for her? What are we doing? She's, is dim. Is it's dim enough? A little bit of what light's poking through? What are you doing here? That kind of thing. So, yeah. So that's what happens. You guys realize he is not a human. You aren't a full human elf party like normal. You actually have one non-human elf race.
Yeah, I'm gonna be kind of like, what the hell does that mean? That's not fair. You can see in the dark. I'm the
I
only one
see
who
in
can't?
and I see in black and white, shades of gray, in the dark.
Shades of gray.
So it's not full,
How
full
many
see in the
shades of
dark.
gray do you see?
All of them. There are many shades of
Do
gray.
you see like 50?
Yeah, more.
Oh my
Any
god.
Maybe
shades?
50. Maybe 50. It might be just it's 50 shades. Yes.
That's a lot of shades.
Grunks.
Grayscale. Gray shade.
All right. So we're
Okay.
just
And
chilling.
then Wolford
Okay.
goes ahead, right? And
So
then
you
then
start
he
Make
heading
a
to
starts.
there.
mental note to ask one of
What
the other guys
specifically
later.
are you looking for? Where are you going? I mean, you have her telling you a little bit about one of them being out here. You have the memory telling you something specific. What are you
We gotta
specifically
follow the initials.
scouting at for? You're looking for initials? Okay.
Initials.
Go
Which
ahead
I'm
and make a
pretty sure
survival.
I can't see.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a survival check for me, Wolfric.
Yeah, survival.
Or as you go look ahead, and
Uh,
Cora's remind you, you need to start looking for initials. Where they are, where they might be, who knows.
Oh yeah.
Fucking A,
Oh.
dude.
Pretty low. This is a tough check, man. This is a real
Right?
game now. You're level 2. As you're walking and you're kind of telling the story and you're asking him, after, maybe an hour or so of walking through the forest, you're kind of getting a little deeper in there. It's just, you're not trying to go straight through the forest, you're kind of zigzagging back and forth. You notice a little, hold on, let me make sure I get this. I think I might have a handout for it. Let me double check.
I was imagining like a broken path,
Um, so yeah, after about an hour, you're walking up a river, and you're kind of like scanning back towards where you might be. That's good. I was looking at it. Each failed check was an extra hour to your trip, and the DC would go down. But so you guys were, so that was good. Good start to your guys' real exploration journey. You start heading south. And you kind of like make your way back. You're kind of going up and you follow the river. And then as you kind of loop back around towards the river and you're saying, hey, we'll make our way down the river. We'll cross back at the beginning. We'll go to the other side. You look ahead, and can I get a perception check from you, Ski? I don't know if you have any. I don't think you get advantage or anything in forests.
I
I
yeah,
don't know if
no,
that's one of your terrains.
my terrain is mountains.
Yeah, no, that
Um,
won't affect
perception?
anything. Yep, perception check.
18.
18. So off a few, maybe 70, 80, 800 feet, you kind of stop and you see, and you kind of do that fist up, and probably Jay's not maybe 20, 30 feet behind you, hiding in a bush, and then B-Man walking up right across the middle with Cora
And
behind him.
then I hold
Um,
my sword up for everyone
Yep,
else to see.
he kind of like holds it up. Yep, and you kind of see, and you stop, and off in the distance, you notice 3 wolves down the river. Let me do this real quick. And what I'm gonna need is this: you kept your roll was high enough. There's not gonna be a surprise
What?
round.
I'm gonna.
Is he one with the animals kind of deal?
Hold on.
I
Like,
have
can
animal
you-
handling, but that's
Oh, no,
only,
hold on.
that's only usually if like it's like something's like already
It
friendly.
doesn't work. Why is it not working? Why is that one? Oh, I know why. Okay, there we
Oh
go.
shit, sweet.
So go ahead and kind of set your guys self up how you would be because he got the jump on it. You're not going to be too far off, but I figure Wolfric is going down. Like I said, you're don't get too close. You guys need to be further back. Don't go past this line like here. This is where
Okay.
where Wolfric is because essentially he said he was at least 30 feet ahead of you. I'm not
So
gonna say
I'm
that
thinking
much.
we're like
You guys
right.
got to
I
catch
think
up
we're
before he
back here.
stopped you.
So
Yeah, you two
I'm
would be
in
in the
the
middle. You could be
tree.
off in a bush. Yeah.
I'm in a tree or bush.
Yep, just kind of like going bush to bush, climbing up. You might have climbed up a tree when he gave the signal, and like you said, you stopped a little bit. You ducked behind this thing here as you saw the three wells. Because of that, there will be what anything. Are you doing anything special? Are you telling them to stop, or are you going to let them keep walking and maybe take a shot or something like that? That's kind of where we're at right now. And then this is going to be the first round of combat and determine how it goes.
So, right, like you kind of said, like where it's like told everyone to kind of stop, and then I hide behind this log.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So that's kind of the first round of combat. You got kind of get a surprise. You specifically get a surprise round because you were leading and you were ahead. So you could take like a pop shot, but you're going to give up, and then they're going to just kind of. I would have moved them a little closer and not given them that advantage. You guys, he's giving you that extra advantage. You hide up in the tree. Go ahead and make a stealth check. You two can kind of place yourself, Cora and B-Man, where you want on this river going up, staying at least like maybe 10 to 15 feet behind Wolfric, who's hidden behind here.
Do I do a stealth check too?
No, you're good. They're not going to see you because you came up with your perception and survival. You already made checks. I don't like to stack checks if I don't have to.
all right, well then yeah, he kind of points it out, and then we creep up,
Yeah.
or I creep
So
up.
you can creep up to like to right up with him. Cora, same for
Yeah.
you. You get like a kind of a free movement round. I'm not letting any you make attacks, but
I guess I would kind of stay kind of back then, but I
you
want
just
to
roll
be
that.
that's cool.
hidden.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Well, there's a bush right there. You can kind of be there with the
Yep.
rogue, or you know.
can stay back and go somewhere there. There's some bushes over there, or you can go. Yeah, I mean, you can stay back here if you want. They're pretty far.
I mean, you're a badass sorcerer, so I mean,
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's good to just stay up like that.
You
Yeah,
don't really
just kinda
have to
stay close
be.
yeah, I'll just stay back here.
we both fucking had the same initiative roll.
Make sure you click your token before you roll.
Oh, bummer.
I got you. Hold on.
I mean, I saw you like implode a rat, so I mean, these wolves. I mean, how scary are they?
You guys can decide, or you can go at
Oh,
the same
shit.
time. That's how I like it. Even if it's like
Ooh.
if you had a 16.12 and he had a 16.18, you can use that to decide,
What the
or you
fuck?
can combo your turns. Natural one, B-Man, you're really good at initiative. He got a 9 last time. Now he got a 3 this time.
Yeah, this is not how this is supposed to go, man. I should be like out there
Hey,
first. I'm mad.
But you were doing good though, at least. Go off.
It's all good.
Do you want to try it to do the turns at the same time?
Does everybody get their initiative in? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think so. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Cora's first.
So you guys use your pre-round to kind of set up. It wasn't a full surprise round because you guys weren't being extra stealthy or trying to sneak ahead. You guys were trying to find those letters, and you think you had a lead, and right as you find a lead, you see some wolves. Go ahead and this is going to use its action. It didn't see you, so it's just chilling. You guys, let me have actually everybody else make a stealth check. That moved up. You don't have to, Cora. You don't have to. You're hidden, Dash, for extra things, Cora.
But
You don't
my
have to make
shiny
one.
ass, dude, I need to.
Yeah, you need to make one.
I'm shiny as fuck, dude. These wolves spot me out.
Yeah, you should make one too. Just
Damn.
you 7 with disadvantage.
Oh, look,
you got a
heavy
17.
armor.
Yeah, because you have heavy armor. You have to roll with disadvantage.
Damn, look at you go. That's
Sneaky
Yep.
shiny boy.
So he was able to slide up there.
Yeah, I'm creeping.
One sec, sorry, my character thing fell off.
Yeah.
Maybe I put some leaves on my armor before.
Every once in a while, you have to just refresh the roll 22. It's a pain in the ass. So yeah, you guys pretty sure you're hidden, and as you notice the turns going, nobody reacts. So Cora, you're pretty sure everybody's hidden. It's your turn. You see these 3 wolves there that are nice and lined up for a
Do we have to fight these if they don't see
Yeah, I
us,
mean,
or can we go around?
It's up to you guys. It's Cora's turn.
Yeah.
You started an initiative. I started it because I thought they saw you, but then I was like, with how high he's rolled, I'm gonna give you guys the extra chance.
I mean, we were heading up, right, or north.
Yeah.
I
it's
will
more
Why
put
are
it
we
this
going
way.
south?
You guys are, like I said, you guys have been zigzagging through the forest trying to find. You're not going super deep because you know
Where are we
it's supposed
heading
to be a
towards?
trail.
I want to walk around these
You
guys.
guys are actually heading like south on the map. If you actually when you go
Okay.
back here. So you guys started looking up this way. You guys took the path up and you started looking over here, like this, and then you worked up here and then started working your way down, and you were going to go to this side and start looking here. You didn't want to go
I asked
too
the
deep
ranger
into
where
the
the fuck he's
forest.
going.
Yeah, you
Is
don't
he
want to go
going
too
to-
deep into the forest. He started looking this way, and when you guys got a little bit, he said, "No, fuck this. Let's check a little
'Cause-
deeper." Nope.
Yeah.
And
'cause
now
to
he's
me,
like,
it's like
"Let's go this way." And
it's
he's
like
like,
we gotta follow the river because
And
like
now
right, it
we've
goes out in
encountered
the
some
middle and
wolves.
everything.
he's essentially realized, like, he knows tracking really well, and he's like, if you're going to start a trail into a forest, you're not going to start it just randomly in the middle of a forest. So it's either going to be near a river or at the start of the forest. And so he's kind of using those two things to play to you with his survival check. And he's saying, hey, let's look for this. And that's why you guys are winding your way back south on this, because he's like, okay, I checked the left side of of where the river is. Now we're going to head back down to the river, and I'm going to check the right side of the river. I haven't seen over here. You guys haven't seen the EF you're looking for, or the initials you're looking for. And then now he's having you travel back around this and presumably go this way along the forest edge. Like I said, it's been a little over an hour. You guys haven't gone super deep in anything. He's just having you do quick scans. He's telling you what to look for. He's going ahead to look for things like wolves. So you guys want to try to avoid the wolves. I will warn you that the wolves are preoccupied, but remember, you guys do have sense, and wolves might notice those type of things
Yeah,
as you guys pass to different sides of the river.
Yeah,
They
we
might
picked-
catch your scent.
Yeah, the wind could blow, dude, and they'll smell us.
You guys are coming from upriver. When you guys pass to the south side and are downriver, that might attract them. But you can try to sneak by. That is an option, 100%. But make sure you guys move out of the area quick. So you might.
Should we well, it's Cora's turn, right?
It is Cora's turn.
Yeah.
She's kind of has to decide what she wants to do with this. If she wants to, you have free action of talking on your turn. Don't forget, so you can ask people. So what's the plan? Like you guys only have a few seconds here in this, but you guys essentially have a 6-second conversation. You guys can kind of quick
I'm going
decide.
to signal towards Wolfric and be like, kind of like signal, what are we gonna do?
Wolfric, she's asking you. Scout.
We're in a position where like we can't really sneak around, especially like if it was just me
You
and
have to go
Jay.
through the water, and going through the water is going to be a lot of noise,
Yeah.
probably.
If it was like me and Jay, I would say we can sneak around, but with you two here, it would make it a little more difficult, especially someone like in like heavy armor. So this is the point where it's like you kind of just have to face it. So,
Right?
if anything,
That's
you
good.
can. If they haven't noticed us yet, Jay and I can get in position where we can flank it. We could try to sneak across and make them and split their numbers.
All right, that's more than 6 seconds. Full strategy, so you got to kind of.
We're going for the ambush.
What are you doing? Yep. If you can hold your action, Cora, remember.
I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold Ray of Frost on the closest wolf.
Are you in
there.
range?
60 feet is exactly.
Oh, nice.
Holy
So
shit.
What's the trigger for shooting? What's the trigger to shoot
when
it?
it notices one of them or notices any of
Yeah.
us.
Essentially, when combat really starts.
Yeah.
Wolfric, your turn.
All right. I'm gonna move behind the tree here.
Okay.
Let's see. Distance 30 feet. Boom.
Okay.
Oh,
You have to move back to the arrow.
yeah. All right. Moving out of position.
Okay. Anything else? Just moving. You
Nope.
and Dash are on the same initiative
Moving.
too.
And I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay.
Same thing on this wolf.
For what to shoot it?
Pretty much as soon as it moves.
Okay.
As soon as it moves towards us.
Dash.
Okay, I'm gonna use dash.
Okay. Bonus action.
And what, we got 35 there. And yeah, we'll go to that bush. And then just make
that's
sure we're hidden there.
Roll. You're getting really close because of the smell. I'm gonna make. Have you did you're quiet enough on your roll. I need like a smell stealth check essentially. Like how well can you judge the wind to get up in that bush? Because you're getting really close here.
Like perception.
Just a regular
I can
stealth.
see.
Stealth,
Okay, just
stealth
stealth.
again. Yeah, just stealth again. Oh yeah, you're able to. Yeah, you're pretty sure they don't notice you. None of them move as you move up into the bush, and all of a sudden they all attack you. No.
Holy shit!
You still have an action. Are you doing anything with that?
Oh,
You only use your bonus. He can use the like disengage and dash as a bonus action because he's a rogue. So you'll see him doing that a lot.
yeah, I'm just gonna hold my sword out in front of me, and if something's close enough, I'm gonna poke it.
Okay. D-Man, your turn. Everybody kind of you see everybody set up and it kind of worked out. It's almost like they're waiting for you to.
This javelin I have, I
to be the
can
smart one.
I can redeem it or
Yeah, you
or
can use
pick it
them.
back up?
Yeah.
And it's just one.
You have 5 to start.
Yeah, you're ready to go.
Can I
man.
throw two as once? Kind of. It says
You can throw
30-yard
one.
range, so I'm gonna
Yeah, I believe
move
it's
up.
30. Yeah.
I'm gonna, and I can only move 30, right?
Yeah, you can move 30. Oh yeah, 30.
All right, I move up. I move up here.
Okay,
here,
so you're
make-
drawing everybody.
Huh?
Yeah, he's kind of starting as soon as he's probably going to get their attention. So I'm going to have all your attacks go off here.
I go right here,
Uh-huh.
and then I throw my javelin at that one.
Okay.
Sick.
As he's running
Or
up here,
or
as he
yeah,
gets
on that
here,
one.
about here, all of the wolves look up at him. So with that, they notice. So your guys can go. First held action was Chorus on this guy. You can go Ray of Frost.
Nice.
That hits.
Nice.
Why is it not showing health on this guy? There it is.
It slows him too.
Ooh, okay. So you see this
Nice.
thing. What does it look like when you haven't landed Ray of Frost yet? What does this look like?
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna have my hands outstretched, kind of like before, where I had them separate, but this time they're overlaying, and it's one beam of just ice that goes at them.
Nice. Yep.
And I'm
And then she.
I'm gonna shout, "Chill out!"
Oh yeah, because you have some verbal component of each one. And as you see her hand,
Nice.
you notice when she casts these cold spells, whereas when she did which was the other one you did? The Chaos Bolt, which was like random. It was just like energy was all around her. This was focused cold. And this time again, where you saw a little frost, this time you notice her hands almost freeze from like mid like wrist all the way up to the tops of her fingers, just get coated in ice as she shoots the ice off. And
I
as
duck.
she puts her hands down, she like kind of flicks off all this ice, and you see it just turn into water droplets as it leaves her hands.
Sweet.
Next saved action was
Mine.
Yep, go ahead.
What did I do?
19 hits.
And then this.
7 damage. So you see this thing like kind of perk up and look at B-Man, and all of a sudden just ice just starts forming around this thing, and it like starts to slow down. Like you can see its motion slow a little bit as it looks over to the left to look right towards an arrow that comes right and hits it in the like between the shoulder and like the neck area. Hits it there. It stands there for a second and starts to slowly flop. You realize this thing was dead. It's just flopping very slowly because it's pretty much frozen. As it hits the ground, you notice some of the fur like breaking off, frozen, and you guys dispatch that wolf. B-Man, you move up to here.
Yep.
With all those things killing, you see both wolves looking at you. That was some of your movement. You wanted to throw a javelin.
Yep.
Whatever you want to do now might have changed a little bit with what happened, but go ahead.
Here we go.
19 to hit.
I fucking
you only
eat that bitch, dude.
19 hits.
Oh, all right, here we go.
Now wait, remember.
What the fuck?
I'm trying to make you waste a spell. 4 damage. All right. Nice. You still have a little bit of movement, I believe, right?
Me?
Yeah, did you only? Oh no, or did you move 30?
Nah,
Yeah,
I
you
moved 30. I moved 30.
Okay. All right. Do you have a bonus action you want to do?
Throw another javelin.
You can't with the bonus action. With that, this wolf sees it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you can see, you notice that going through this like mud and within 10 feet, right where B-Man stepped, he won't notice till he moves. But if you're within essentially in this like dark area here, it's rough terrain. It's going to take twice as much movement to move through. It's very, very muddy, and you notice this wolf going. It stands in front of you, and it is going to take a bite at you, B-Man. All that fucking armor. 21 to hit. Meow, 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 meow.
What the
Can you
fuck?
make a? I actually hit you. I'm surprised. That's going to be a one-time thing, probably.
God damn.
Can you make a strength saving throw, please?
There we go.
Is it showing you guys what just happened with that roll on the
Yeah, I
damage?
see the
Okay,
strength
cool.
saving
I'm
or
okay
the
with it.
knock
Yeah.
prone.
Yep. So you got a 9. It's a DC 11. So you were knocked prone, B-Man. You
What the
knocked to the ground as this wolf comes charging up and
You
takes a
poor
bite at
bastard.
you.
This
Knocks
bitch
you
ass
down.
wolf.
I think I used this one for prone. Yeah.
Did you miss or no?
What's
no,
that?
No, he hit it, right?
You got a 9. You got a 9. It's the first one. He doesn't have advantage, so he always takes the first one.
No, I was saying like because I had to walk away to go to the bathroom real fast, but he
Oh
hit
yeah.
me. Yeah.
What's
Did it
that?
hit me?
He hit the other. He hit the other one, and then it came charging at him, and it bit him. Does 9 damage to you, B-Man, and knocks
What?
you down on the ground.
So I gotta do
Uh,
-9.
You do -9.
Man, that's some bullshit. What the fuck?
Cora, it is your turn. You just saw this unfold in front of you. You guys see you kill one. This one in front of you does have a javelin sticking. The one in front of B-Man has a javelin sticking out of it, but it came in charged B-Man and pounced on top of him, and it's essentially like pinning him to the ground
I
right
just
now.
gotta push her about fucking wolf, man. Hey, man,
If
how
I
big
use
is this
ball
wolf?
of lightning, that's not gonna hit B-Man.
No, it's not on this square. It's
Or
a
it'll hit
targeted
that
spell.
javelin though and shock
Oh,
that
good.
bitch.
Yeah, lightning rod.
Sure do.
Fucking straight
Yeah, and
lightning
for those
rod
of you
that bitch.
who played before, this is just Firebolt with flavor. And since you haven't heard it, 25, nice. All that damage.
Ooh, 120 feet. God damn.
Yeah, that's
Alright,
Nice.
so
sorcerer.
this
There it
one's a
goes.
little different.
7. This
I have
one,
my hands out kind of sideways and I'm wiggling my fingers, making this ball of lightning. And then I just throw it at the wolf and go, "Do you know what happens to a wolf that's hit by lightning?" And as I let it go, same thing that happens to everything else.
so yeah, you see her kind of spread her hands. This time, whereas last time you saw that like cold building up from like her mid like forearm area up towards her wrist and up above her hands, eventually covering her hands in like frost. This time you see these like sparks of electricity, almost like her hands are Tesla cables. As she's wiggling her fingers, you see the sparks going back and forth. And as she does, you see her kind of concentrate for a second, and out of the sky, a bolt of lightning just it comes down and zaps the wolf dead in its tracks. As she does, you see her do the same kind of thing where she flicks her fingers and you see the bolts of electricity. It's kind of funny because as she's casting the spell, you see her hair frizz a little bit. But when she flicks her fingers off like she does with ice, this time her hair just goes back to nice and neatly combed.
That's awesome.
And I'm just sitting there like, holy shit, what the fuck
And she
just
just
happened?
Yep, she just zapped that thing right over your shoulder. But this
What?
wolf only sees one person who made a bunch of noise,
Bro.
and it's gonna try to bite you now. And you're prone, so it has advantage on the attack.
Whoa.
So it's
Oh.
23 to
Bitch,
hit. Was
Wait,
a
what?
huge. Yeah, it had advantage because you got knocked prone on the last one. So you're going to take 4 piercing damage as this wolf is now tearing into you. Wolfric,
This is
you
so.
see this,
Yeah. I'm
and
just
it is
gonna.
your turn.
I'm like, ah.
One wolf left. You guys were able to quickly get rid of the other 2. There's one left attacking.
I'm in
B-Man.
armor. I'm in fucking.
You know you got a couple people.
I'm in heavy armor.
It just attacked, so you essentially metagame. You know that all 4 of you are going to get an attack here. Before.
Help. Help.
Yeah. Get it off me! Get it off me! Get it off me!
Yeah, pretty much just move a bit closer.
Yeah.
Oh. And then just
Wait.
loosen it. I'm gonna loosen arrow.
Uh-huh.
I'm all muddy and shit.
So I guarantee you with it. 13 hits.
Oof.
Key, how do you want to do this? Man,
Thank God, Jesus Christ.
this rogue is very helpful.
I'm doing a great
Yeah.
job.
Saving my ass. Fuck.
Just hiding up in a tree.
Uh-huh. How do you want to
Just
dispatch this
straight,
last one?
straight and simple, dude. Just arrow through the throat, and just slumps over, man. That's it.
Yeah, this one comes running and takes a bite into B-Man, and you see it like grab his arm, and he's like kind of trying to hold it off, and it goes to take another bite, and as it goes to chomp down, boom, arrow right through the throat. The thing again falls dead in its tracks. One hit, nice. One hit killed that one.
I look over at Wolfric
Stupid
with my
Rangers.
eyes wide. I'm like, damn, dude, thanks.
I put on my robe and wizard hat.
So you guys are out of combat. Very nice.
Okay, I'm hurt. I'm like, my legs fucked up, my arms
So-
fucked up.
To give you guys some options, remember always there's a long rest which takes 8 hours. You need to eat fully.
We don't
and
have
then you
time
get
for that.
all your shit back, which you don't. There is a short rest which actually takes an hour, and of just no or light activity. So you just chill in here for like an hour if you want to do that, or you could use like spells or items to get your guys' stuff up to. If you need to, we're talking about B-Man.
Man, I'd like to save that, but I have a cure wounds here.
Yeah, and some
How many-
spells is
How many spell slots do you have?
2.
same as you.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm exhausted after that combat. Should take
take
a
a
light
short
rest.
Your
You can
short
take a short
rest?
All right, short rest.
I am so this will be hour. So that was hour 1. This will be hour 2 now if you take the rest. So
And I
think
kind of wrap
about it.
myself up.
This
How
is
much do I heal for this?
So if you want to use your hit die, you have 2 of them. You can use hit dice. You get half of your hit dice back every long rest, but on a short rest, you see where it says hit dice in the middle of above your
Yep.
attacks.
Yep.
You just click the word hit dice.
All right.
And you click it down by 1. You can heal for 11. You have the opportunity to do it again and roll another one if you want, but I think that's all you'll need.
I'll
just
take that.
plus
That's
11.
great.
Yep.
That's great.
And then you mark it down to 1. Perfect. Anybody else can do that, but I don't think anybody else has been hit.
That's
So
great.
you guys take an
Fantastic.
hour. You guys all hang out. Sit around. He's healing up his wounds. You guys maybe help him dress some of his wounds. You guys eat some
Hey.
snacks.
I'm gonna take out my decanter of endless water and say stream and wash off the mud
Nice.
from
And clean-
B-Man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
all
'cause you were
shiny and
down-
shit.
Down into the river. Yep, get you back all
I feel
shiny
all-
and palory.
Yeah.
And you guys spend that hour getting him up. So 2-hour boat trip out. And then so we're you started around 6 in the morning. We're getting around 10 to 11ish now as you guys venture on in the forest. Can I get one more survival? Actually, you guys travel through the forest. Let me pick up back where we were. We did the wolves. You walk the trail for a little while, and after maybe another 5 or 10 minutes, as Wolfric had said, hey, if we go south of the river here, I'm betting since it hasn't been in just a short way in the river, since it hasn't been on the north side. Let me check the south side of the river. You go a little bit south, and just right off the edge, like he suggested, there is a tree, and it has the initials HA carved into it. Not exactly what you expected, but there are initials carved into a tree, and these are inlaid with gold. So you're pretty sure this has got to be it. Can I have another survival check?
Survival.
So this is what I'm just so you guys know. This is what I'm normally expecting. Like if you guys were traveling up the river and like he's like kind of sneaking up the river from the south end. This is kind of what I would expect your normal like settings to be. Like him about 30 to 60 feet behind, these two 30 to 60 feet behind you, and him somewhere in between the two of you, off in whatever bush he can find, being ready to like help jump with you, and you being up anywhere from here to up, sometimes being further ahead. Like if it's a clearing here, they may stay here and you might go all the way up here, kind of thing. But that's what I'm normally kind of envisioning. If it's ever different than that, let me know. So yeah, with 13, another about hours goes by, and you're able to find another HA near on this boulder. using where the HA was. You kind of see the sketching, and you follow, and you get a little ways in. You find a boulder with an HA. Without warning, the wind picks up, and a sudden chill makes it so you can see your breath. Um, it's a very sweet. You all of a sudden look around, and you're in. Um, you like as you're traveling, keep traveling a little forward, and you start to see a small grove cut out in the trees. And as you do, you see what you would expect to be the third, as she said, the third HA on a tree, and you walk into this grove. It's sweet smelling, of wisteria vines. Um, there's purple flowers on these vines hanging, and there's petals all over, like falling literally like snow onto the ground, just consistently, slowly, little petals going down. Among the trees, there's a mound and a moss covered rock piled before a boulder with the carved initials HA. The sudden chill, that made your breath cold startles you, as from behind the grave a figure made of mist, cold, and light rises, forming the shape of an old human woman wearing leather armor. Her eyes are wild, and her hair is pulled back into a very tight bun. She looks at you with a stare that could freeze a dragon. Why have you come? Speak, for your life depends on the answer.
We're here to lay you to rest.
Lay me to rest. What do you mean? Oh,
We've
and
been
you see
sent
this
by
look of
Ilaria.
you see this look of somberness, as you said. We've been sent to lay you to rest. She knows there's only two things that this means: either you're like some ghost hunters that she's gonna have to kill, or something like that. And then
Wait, I
Cora
cast.
says, "We've been sent by Ilaria." Hold on, we've been sent by Ilaria. And when she says, you see her face go like almost like emotionally distant, like almost like that realization of death has come over. Like, oh my god, there's one thing this means: Ilaria is dead. That's the only way she'd be coming here. um because you remember in that memory, Ilaria said she visits her. So maybe she still was visiting her actual ghost. Go ahead, B-man, what are you casting on her?
Well, I was gonna say I was cast like detect good or evil.
Okay, yeah.
Or,
So you see, what does it look like when you cast a holy spell like that?
shit, I used to have a thing for it.
I remember.
Oh yeah, I have a
I
symbol. I
reminded
have
you.
a little thingy in my pocket, right? I got a little.
Yeah, you have two spells per day.
Well, I don't know if I really want to use it. I don't. I don't.
This is a cool, especially because you took that spell. Getting a spell like that and having such a good spot when this ghost is there, and if you want to know if she's good or bad, like right away, you're gonna know if she's good or evil
Yeah,
without a question of a doubt. Read that. It changes how the RP goes a lot if you use this spell kind of thing, because you know a lot more. Nobody else does, but you do know what that is. So I'm not telling you that. I'm just saying, I'm reminding you, you're using one of your ones. It's bummed, but it's actually a badass one to use it on. Just to remind you, it has to be you're doing the detect one, right?
Yep.
So you don't
Detect
have to be.
evil and good.
Yeah, you what does it look like? Verbal and somatic components. You have to say something, and you have to move your hands in some way, or your shield, like you know how she's doing her hands and her fingers. Is there anything special you do? It can be very generic, and it can be the same thing, but is there anything special or that you do when you cast your spells like this?
What is my little symbol? How big is my
It's
thing?
Paylor. You can have a little one. You can have like an
I
amulet on
have
your
a holy
chest. You can have
symbol.
one in
That's
your
what I have. I
pocket.
have a holy
Yeah,
symbol thing.
you
Yeah,
can have that. You have
and
it
it
on your
looks like
shield
that
as
little
well.
amulet. That
Yeah,
little
yeah,
thingy. I'm like, okay, so I'll
yeah,
pull that out.
exactly.
It's in my hand, right?
Yep. And you focus on it, and the light like goes around it, and as it does, there's this nobody sees this except for you, but your eyes kind of light up. Make sure to mark down your spell that you used. Nobody really notices but you. Like your eyes are glowing white. Nobody out like, but what you see is around you. Everything around you is bathed in like colors. Can I ask what everybody's alignment is? And you only have to tell B Man. But I would like you to, if you have an evil alignment or a good alignment, if you're or neutral, you can all whisper, or you can say it out loud what your thing is to be man. I'm adding a little more to this. He's gonna get to see. You're all within 30 feet of him, essentially. Sorry,
Uh,
man, I'm going over your thing.
I'm true neutral.
Yeah.
Chaotic good.
Chaotic neutral.
So you notice that there is a ghost there. It is a aberration. It is a ghost. And it is good. It is truly good.
Okay. I feel
So what are you
relief.
saying to her? Anything special? Is anyone? And are you telling your friends that too?
Yeah, I'm telling them
They're
that
all-
I think she's good. I sense that she's good.
I'm sure if you're here, can only be because she's dead. She hasn't brought a guest in several centuries.
That's right.
I don't think I'm
Unfortunately,
ready
she
to
passed
go.
away.
And you see the somber look over her as she looks down. Her immediate evilness is there, and she looks up and she says, "Lies, you did it." And you see these sparks coming from her hands and her fingers. What are you guys doing?
I pick up my shield. I'm ready my shield. I hold it up.
She say
And,
calling you liar. She doesn't think you know the master.
No, we are the last ones to be trained by her. And
And as you
somebody
say
else did
trained by
this.
her, the second you say trained by her, as you finish that sentence, you see the sparks in her hands like retract, and she kind of goes back to that same sunken size she was before, and she says, "No, so the master has died.
I put my shield down.
So you are the last batch of her prize pupils then. If you are who you say you are, you must prove yourself to me. I have methods for discovering the truth, but those are very unpleasant. You, paladin, tell me a tale that would frighten me. Make a charisma or intimidation check and give me like a sentence. Charisma, intimidation. Charisma or intimidation.
Who was doing that?
You are. You're
What
the
am I?
paladin, aren't you?
Yeah, I just hit my vape and it
She
went right
looked at
over
you
my
and she
fucking
said,
neck.
"You, paladin, tell me a
Sorry.
tale that would frighten me." So give me a charisma and intimidation check and just a sentence, or you can actually give me a tale that would frighten me.
Intimidation. Boom.
First one,
That's
13.
very intimidating.
Let me see what the DC.
I tell her once the master made us
So just so
cook
you guys know,
food, and I
on
told her
checks like this, just so you know how I do these, a lot of times I'll start with the DC, and I will give you on this one. I'm starting with a DC of maybe 15 or 17, depending on how or what you give me on some of these. That can up or down the rolls when you describe what you're doing. So if you think you didn't roll good, you might want to describe well, or if you think you rolled well, just be like, "Yep, I just do this. I'm a baller." So just to give you guys ideas when I give you like these kind of like RP checks kind of things.
okay.
Yeah. So take that as you will be, man. Sorry to interrupt you. I'll let you have my. I'll make it run easier for you.
Yeah. So one time the master made us cook food, and it was hard.
That's supposed to frighten me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was.
Rogue. She points at a tree, and she sees the thinnest branch, and she points at it, and she goes, "Balance."
Okay.
And she called you Rogue. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
She did
get my
classes.
immovable rod out,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hold that.
And it's a dexterity acrobatics check.
Yep, I'm gonna hold that in one hand and the branch in the other.
Mm-hmm.
Going dex or acro?
Acrobatics would probably. I mean, it's either one. You take which one you want. It is acrobatics. Is just you can always go acro when I say that because it'll be the same or better. Okay. What are you saying here? You grab the thinnest branch to go balance on it, and then you grab your rod. You
Yep.
see him pull out this metal rod. You guys now heard him say a movable rod, but for the first time he pulls out this rod, and you see him.
And I click the rod. Has she asked me for any saying?
All she said was balance. She said balance. She said the thinnest branch She pointed to it on this tree. It's like a tree, only a few branches on it. And there's one tiny thin branch. She points to it and she goes, "Balance,
Okay.
rogue, balance." That's all
After
she
I've clicked my button, I'm gonna get on top of 1 foot on the rod and 1 foot on the thin, very thin branch.
does. Nice. And then
Impressive.
she says, who am I missing here? Sorry.
I'm gonna
And
clap.
then she says, "Sorcerer," and she clapped for that one. Nice. She says, "Sorcerer, tell me a secret of the multiverse I don't know." And you are making an Arcana check or a you can tell a story charisma check. Whatever's higher.
Wait, just charisma? Straight charisma?
Yeah, you can either do straight charisma or Arcana. Natural 20. Nice.
Oh, hell
So she's
yeah.
asking for a secret of the multiverse she doesn't know. What are you telling her?
I am going to use Gust
Because
to
you got
kind
a
of make.
natural. Because you got a natural 20. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you I'm gonna give you some lore.
Okay.
And what you tell her is that what really got you excited about magic was learning of a sorcerer, because every other type of magic you've learned is, like a wizard uses a book, or, like the paladin, he's calling on his god, and the rangers calling on the earth to help give them power. Yours comes from you. You've heard tales of a sorcerer long, long ago that was able to use their magic and imbue it into other magics to make spells that were stronger than even ninth level spells. Things that could go way beyond the normal scope of the normal realm of consciousness. And you think it's still feasible with the right person. You still need like someone like a wizard or something like that. That's what your idea is behind it. But maybe if you were to infuse that, maybe you could figure out ways to get to these past ninth level spells. But you tell her that's what the secret is, and maybe it's real,
Okay.
maybe it isn't, but yeah, that's kind of what
I'm
you
gonna
share with
say
her.
this though in one of those wind languages
Oh, okay.
with Gust
So
moving
nobody else
a breeze
hears this,
around
by
me.
the way. None of you guys
Yeah.
understand this except for unless you guys speak. I think it's Aryan. Oh wait, I don't think that's it. Ariel, something like that. Or just in Primordial, I think that's you speak Primordial. There you go.
Yeah, primordial.
Yeah, which is like the elemental language. And I don't know if any of you speak that. If you speak Primordial, then you understand. If not, you just hear her. She says, "Tell me a secret," and you just hear her like making these like really weird, like almost like wind gusts coming in and out of her throat, like this guttural talking. And she looks
And
back
I
and
have
then nods
Gust
her head.
moving my hair and stuff too.
Yep. And then she says, "Hold on, I just accidentally closed it for the ranger. Well, for the last one. Oh. Oh. Maybe there's only supposed to be one or the other, because it's telling me the exact same one for you. So we'll make one up." She says, "Prove yourself." And she has you, and you see her point at like a tree maybe 40 yards away, and you see a little knot in it, and you're like, easy enough. Roll an attack roll. This is for you, Ski.
Mr. Ranger.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Damn.
So you see Ski shoot an arrow, and he shoots the first one, and she looks at you and she says, "No, prove yourself." And she points it again, and you see Ski pull another arrow out, shoot, and he splits his second arrow to prove himself in accuracy. The three of you look around, and she says, I need B-Man to make a wisdom saving throw for me."
Here we go.
Take a whiz, B-Man.
12.
Oh, shit.
DC 13.
Is that good?
B-Man, the the pain, like this whole process was very mentally anguishing for you. It like actually hurt. You're gonna take 2 psychic damage
Oh my God.
as this whole process, like it's not hurting you, but just giving that answer and stuff, and just to get this and like to prove yourself, it kind of hurt. She did say that this would
No,
hurt.
no, that I need to elaborate on why that was scary. It's
Okay.
because I was letting down the master, right? And that's the only thing that scares me.
Okay. You can take your 2 hit points back. Well,
There we go.
that's still. You were pretty far off hitting your mark. Everybody
I
else
was.
probably already.
It made sense at first in my
Take your 2
head, but
hit
then
points back. Take your 2 hit points back. You're good. You don't need to take the psychic damage. You guys all get that answer through. She looks down and she goes, I know what this must mean. It's time for me to go. You only have a few seconds to grab them, but goodbye. And she's right in front of you, Cora, like as you're at kind of the foot of her grave, and you see her almost like open up a door, but it's like you see her do the door motion, and like this like ethereal light kind of like opens in front of her, and she opens it up, and as you do, you see there's like a shelf, and on that shelf you see 3 tiles, and she kind of just
Okay.
vanishes into mist. And as you see her vanish into mist, the door starts to waver slightly. What do you do?
Well, I'm pretty impulsive, so I'm just gonna try and grab them.
Okay. You grab all 3 tiles and quickly snatch the tiles, and as you do, you see the door wavering in front of you, and just like Helen did, the door fades away. You guys have your
Whoa.
first 3 tiles. It is 10:53,
Nice.
11 o'clock. You can go for another hour if you want, or we can call it here. If you guys want to go hit another place up or 2, I don't know how fast you'll be, or if you want to call it here. I'm up for either one, but I can play
I
till
think I'm
midnight.
gonna have to call it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Good
Good
night.
rad.
spot.
That is, yeah, that's a good spot there. You guys are there. You can decide after, like next time, do you guys want to rest again? Do you guys want to move forward? Or I guess you guys just did rest. You found Helen's grave. It's going to be around noon, midday as you travel out. It'll probably take you another half an hour to travel out, and then you guys can decide. I think you guys want to go to Vixter's Lairs next. We'll go there, and we'll pick up probably with you guys getting close to the entrance of Vixter's Lair and figuring out what that is and what we're doing with that.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's going pretty good. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
It's
this is
good.
good.
But I like to ask if you guys have things you like or dislike to like game mechanics. I don't want it to be a bitch session or like a hype session, but if there's things that like if you see that I introduce new stuff, this is the first one, so there's not really as much about it. But if you see as I introduce new things or show new things, you can say, yeah, this was sick, or yeah, no, let's not do this next time. Like those kind of things. Because sometimes I'll introduce some extra game mechanics. You might get some features like madness or stuff, where you actually have points of madness that can affect your character and permanently change your character if they go a
No,
little
I think it's all
crazy and
cool.
things like that.
I like random.
I'm just
yeah.
so glad that B-Man's playing the stupid character.
It's
Yeah.
not stupid though. I don't think. I
I
don't think his
know.
character's stupid at all. So
I mean,
some things to think about is you will be hitting level 3 next session, 100%, and then you guys will be 3 for a very long time. But you will be hitting 3 next session.
Maybe we'll find a stupid
Okay.
bard in the forest.
So a lot of you need to, and you should find a stupid bard. A lot of you need to decide what your subclass is going to be. Have that ready in your mind. Have some ideas of level 2 spells for Cora, because that's some big stuff you have to decide. Paladin and Ranger don't have as big of a decision. They just get one extra spell to choose from, but you have a whole new class, and you can drop one of your spells, remember, and pick up another one with it too if you want to swap it around. You're also going to get meta magic, so learn up on that. That's pretty much it. Be ready for that, and yeah, hopefully we can find the bard on the way. He'll be in the tavern when you go back for the thing. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I'll figure out. He's been there all along with you guys. He's just been hanging back playing scout or something. We'll do something. So yeah, have 3 ready. Also be thinking with this and with the choices that I have, is this what I really want to play? Because as we transition from the Miriam Vale to the Sword Coast, it is very easy for me to write in a exit stage left. Oh look, hey, while we're traveling in this caravan or on this boat, you meet Dash 2.0 kind of thing, like, and now he's playing this. Or if you want to change something major about your character, but still kind of keep your character like in the roles and stuff, we can do that. Like, oh, you know what? I'd rather be playing a barbarian instead of a paladin. Let me swap this up real quick. You know, that can be done. I will let that happen as you get level 3. But you'll also get to test level 3 out a little bit too before you have to 100% make that decision. So keep that in mind for next session.
Oh, this was great.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
that's,
Look
this
at
is fun.
Gloom's.
that's, a,
Look
that's,
at
a good,
Gloom. Yeah.
it's a good campaign to like feel it out and see
Yeah.
where everyone's at and stuff, and then
Yeah.
hopefully they're on out like we'll branch out and kind of fuck around a lot more.
Yeah, and this is like I said, it's kind of a here you go. It's a very this is a starter campaign. It's literally a starter one, and I know we had some starters to let you. For those of you who have played before, like Larkin, get used to playing on Roll20, and for those of you who are still new, get used to like here's 5 minutes of RP. Let's get into some combat. Teach you some combat. Okay, now let's have some real RP and meaningful RP. Okay, now let's have some meaningful combat behind it. That chance encounter combat like the wolves type of stuff where it's oh, this isn't a boss. Do I need to go all out? Should I sit back? Like kind of making those decisions start to like kind of get you in that mindset as you go into the real world of D&D after this, where it's do what you want, but actions or lack of actions can have consequences.
True.
Like let's just ignore the whole theme of the entire story and go try to open up a store. And let's just be barn owners from here on out.
Yeah, we have a massive house we could go live in.
True.
You own essentially.
Well, not
a
yet.
house,
Not yet, right? But
Yeah.
we still need to get their things.
So it's left to you, kind of. But like, if you guys can do this, it's kind of one of those like, here you can have my house if you get married by the end of the year, kind of thing. But with the house thing, with the tiles, you have 3 tiles. You have the vault that you know about. You know the 2 other places.
Yeah.
Stair Cliffs and Vixter's Lair. And then you're not, and you know that her death wasn't natural. What and how and why, you have no idea. But
We're
your
gonna
lead
figure
right
it
now
out,
is
and then
get
we're
the
gonna
tiles at
retire.
least, figure out maybe finding what is inside the vault might actually give you some clues of where or why or who's trying to get after her. But who knows, But welcome to, by the way, this is called the Master's Vault. Now you
The
know who the
Master's
Master
Vault?
is in her. Yeah, that's what this campaign is called. This mini
nice.
campaign is called the Master's Vault. So you've met the Master, and now
Cool.
you know the Vault, so you know why it's named that too.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Let's see, Vixter's Lair. Ooh, I could do this.
All right, that's it.
All right,
GG.
guys,
Thanks for
I
watching.
work early in the morning, so
Yep.
I'll see you guys. It was fun.
Good night, man.
Ed.